KingPastaDucksnStuff once again. I am your host Parker, joined with the Evan, Ian, and Tyler. Say hi.
Hello.
I like how you didn't introduce us individually this time.
That's because of you.
You gotta switch it up.
Yeah, I know.
If I introduce you one day, and you take about 20 seconds to say something, I might not let you, is the thing. But yeah, we're here again for episode 3, and we got some topics that I'm hyped for, and I think we're gonna start with the toxic man himself, Tyler. Tyler, tell me about toxicity, because I think we've all experienced it. We're playing.
I'm assuming we're talking about League.
Yeah.
Are we explaining toxicity?
Well, because in every single game that you play that has any kind of multiplayer, you're going to experience some form of toxicity. And what I'm wondering is that good for a game at any point, or is that just an effect of the game being competitive?
I feel like most games, when it comes to having toxic situations where people will get toxic, it's usually because of like role differences. I say role, that's more of a League term, but it kind of goes for all games. Whereas in, for instance, League, you have an ADC versus an assassin jungler. The ADC is going to seem to get wrecked by him all the time, but it's actually quite difficult to also be the assassin at the same time. And it also can go for things like even Mario Kart, where you have some people who have much heavier carts but are slower, or smaller carts that can get hit and fly off the map.
Right.
Having differences like that generally brings toxicity.
Then I think a good question would be, what exactly is toxicity?
I feel it's just where people think that the game is being unfair to them.
Even though they're just bad.
I deserve better than this. Why am I not doing better? I'm just getting wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm getting frustrated. And
it has a lot to do with ego.
Yeah, it has a lot.
Oh, yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, because Jay gets so toxic, and because he's good at the game, but then when he's not good at the game, he gets toxic because he's a really good player. He's got a good score. He's doing well, and then it does bad. And it's like, oh my gosh, everyone's so bad at this game. I deserve to be somewhere better. But no,
toxicity is easy because you can also just not blame yourself.
I think
most people don't blame themselves for stuff, which ends up making them toxic.
What's happening, Evan?
I think toxicity is just any form of being upset over a game, and I agree that ego and different perspectives make a difference, but I think a lot of it comes from just being really competitive, and you're too.
Oh yeah, that brings it up.
Yeah, you're like super invested in the game, and it's like, oh, I'm not winning. I invested all this time.
Well, I think that's kind of how it goes. Like most games that aren't competitive, you're not going to get really toxic at. I can bring up a very good example that I'm sure will create some toxicity very quickly. When you play Tetris, you don't generally get salty.
We started.
But then all of a sudden, if you start competing against somebody,
don't get me started. Okay,
the entrance of toxicity comes in.
If you want to start,
because like no one gets mad at normal Tetris. It has to have another player to get mad.
Competitive.
Nobody gets mad at like, oh, I didn't get a high enough score. Like,
unless it's like your job and you're trying to get the high score, then
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for like speedrunning, maybe.
How do you speedrun Tetris?
Well, no, that wasn't on Tetris.
Just instantly push down. I can use the fastest.
Well, then,
6 seconds.
That's RNG.
The arcade Tetris. You can
get all like 4 long things, and just stack them on top of each other.
I mean, but then it's all just luck at that point. But
yeah, you can't control that.
I guess
games actually programs that you can't keep getting the 4 long.
Yeah, I don't think you can get more than one same in a row. Maybe more.
You can get 2, but I don't think you can get more than 2 in a row, depending on the version.
I'm pretty sure it just gets more and more increasingly difficult. I don't think it's like.
Well, it definitely gets more difficult. That's not.
It depends
Well,
on
no,
the
no. I
version.
mean, like, I think it's like Pokemon using Protect.
Ugh.
You can do it the first time. You can sometimes do it the second time. It just gets way harder.
Can you?
Yeah.
Wait, you can
Yeah.
do it twice in a row?
You let go.
You
I've
can
hit
use
4
Protect
in
an
a row.
infinite times in a row.
Yeah, it just gets
Well,
really, really
I
difficult.
often
Really?
hit 2, but the third one is usually.
I've
what
never
gets
Yeah,
me.
it goes down by like half every
I've
time.
never hit
Yeah,
two Protects in a row.
usually
I
just
thought it
don't
was
use it more than
10%.
once.
No, I use it once.
No, it goes down at halves each time.
Oh, okay.
It's
Really?
100, then 50, then 25%.
Really? I
Yeah.
never knew that.
Well, I mean,
Well, because you
Protect-
probably
you
never
just
hit
use
one past the
Protect
first.
Well, and once
I
it
didn't
fails once, you just kind of assume it doesn't work.
Yeah, so dang.
I understand. Like, there's really no reason
That
to,
sucks.
unless if it's competitive. Like, oh, I gotta get my guy to live.
Yeah, nobody uses Protect in game
I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
unless they like use Fly.
I used Protect once, and then that's it. And then, I don't know. Anyways, back to
Hit 'em on
toxicity.
top.
Back to
Like,
toxicity.
but okay, so toxicity is basically being competitive, but to an extent that you're unwilling to accept your own faults. So
Yes.
the question is
Just
that
get angry.
helpful for a game, or is that purely negative? Because I think it's good for a game.
I
Personally.
feel
wanna-
that it's
I wanna hear
good.
what-
I feel it's good for the game, but it's not good for the individual. Like, being toxic is bad, but if a game can make you toxic, that means that anytime you're not toxic, you're gaining. You're getting better.
That's true. I guess you start at the lowest point, and you just slowly make your way up the rankings. And like, you know what? Last game I was doing shit. I got nothing done. I played 20 times. This game I got 1 kill, 0 deaths at 1 minute. Let's go, baby. This is a game. Let's go.
1 minute.
I'm gonna feed Riot $100 for the skin. It's such a good company. Next game, damn it, these guys suck. Why
Damn,
am I
that
playing
small
with these
indie
guys?
company.
Yeah, that's
Small
such a bad
indie.
indie company, dude. They're really bad at their job. But how about
But yeah, I
Ian?
feel that it's
Small
good
cookie.
and bad,
It's
all on the discretion
well,
of the player.
absolutely.
I think it could also be a good example. Like going to Tyler 1. I mean,
He
that proves that toxicity is not like
perfect.
recommended.
Dude, he's reformed.
Of course.
Well, I mean,
He
he's
is
reformed, but
reformed.
I'm just saying when he was banned
Not
in League of Legends at one point
For 2 years.
for 2 years.
I liked his
Um,
comment. Like he said something. Someone asked him, "How do you not type toxic things in the chat?" He's like, "Well, for me personally, it's because I'm afraid that if I type in the chat, I'm going to get banned again for 2 years." And it's like,
You would.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Have it like you gotta have that one example.
Yeah. Tyler 1 is a great example because he's
a streamer.
toxic,
Yeah,
but
he
he's a
doesn't know.
really fun player to watch because he's toxic. Because Rage is just, it's funny. Like, you guys say it all the time whenever I get toxic at a game. Evan, especially, he's like, you're fucking hilarious when you're toxic. I'm just
You
like,
really are, yeah.
but it's like, I don't get it.
So salty.
It's not fun for me because I'm toxic and I'm like, this game, man. How do I gotta play this game right now? I could be playing anything else. I could be playing Battle Tetris and losing to Evan.
I thought we
knew
don't
that
talk
would have
about
been a
Battle
good
Tetris.
example.
No,
I had to,
you got me on the topic of Battle Tetris, and now I just don't.
He's salty because he's
Because it
brought up.
sucks! It's so stupid, dude. Like, what's the point of Battle Tetris? Why can't you just play Tetris here, so you can get farther to the end? That's a good game. But then Battle Tetris, oh, you got a Tetris?
when we
Screw
get
over the other
1,000
player.
subscribers, Parker's gonna play Battle Tetris with us.
I'll play for a
on-
whole hour. If we get 1,000 people following, I'll play Battle Tetris for a whole hour with you guys.
Yeah, be clear about following and
Okay.
subscribing.
Yes,
yeah,
if
follow
we-
us on Twitch, and if
Well,
we get
I
1,000,
was gonna be like even tougher with subscribe, but
No,
You know.
for subscribe, if you want to
1,000 followers.
if we get
No, no,
1,000 followers, I'd play Battle Tetris 3 days straight on this channel. But
damn.
3 days straight.
Not
You
even
won't do
kidding.
one all nighter.
not even. I'll do it. You know what?
That is,
A couple hours of Battle Tetris if we
are we
get.
gonna clip this?
Maybe 2 games.
Okay, you know what? Not even 1,000. Since that's a lot. Let's do 100. If we get 100 followers, I will do all night. Not an all nighter, but like all night of Battle Tetris with these baboons, and you guys can just watch. Me get
I
mad.
would enjoy that.
I'm not sure if I
thoroughly.
can handle Battle Tetris.
I would thoroughly enjoy this.
If-
I
Tetris.
don't even know. I've never played it. I don't
It's
know.
just
how
Tetris.
It
it
is
goes.
okay. It's the worst thing in the world. So two people playing Tetris. Whenever you get like a line or multiple lines, the other person gets a block that has to be broken with a Tetris. But it stacks on top and it's placed randomly. So it's And sometimes you get
so
ones
you
you
don't choose where it goes.
No, it's random,
That could be
and it
pretty
goes
tilting.
like there's a line.
So
Well,
in theory, it could help them out, but
No.
not likely.
What
Never.
happens is if you get matches, it puts blocks on the other person's screen.
and it
It's supposed to block
sucks,
them.
dude, because it's like you're winning, and then suddenly you get 5 blocks in a row, and it's like I can't do anything. You gave me like 7 different blocks. I can't do nothing.
Gotta be good.
Oh, I'm tilted now. I'm toxic. See, but that's not really a competitive. Like it's competitive, obviously, but it's not.
Well, you're toxic
Everyone.
because of the competitive game.
Yeah, and it's like it's not fun for me, but it's fun for you because you're winning and I'm not. But here's the thing: I don't feel like I should be winning that game. I feel like I should be having a better chance, but I don't because I'm bad at Battle Tetris. And I guess that's no fault. That's a fault of my own because I don't play enough. And every time you play, I just get mad. But whatever. You live and you learn. So
Any other comments on toxicity?
I could go on.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, like
I mean,
it's bad for people, but like sometimes it can
Great
be
for
funny.
people watching.
It's good. It's good if your game is competitive, if you want it to be, and
Yeah.
people are
But
getting
how do you-
toxic. That's a good way to know.
how do you deal with it though? Because obviously people are going to get toxic, and what do you do about it?
Well,
You set up
if
a
you're
report
the one
system?
that's toxic,
No, like when you're
You
toxic.
really-
Yeah.
you really just gotta take a break,
But you can't.
play a relaxing game of Tetris or something.
Play some Breath of the Wild. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah, if you can get a Switch.
Feel like a
Just
fucking man.
Stay in the starting area. Just one shot everything.
No, that's no fun. You got to be a man. You got to go and explore.
Go play Undertale and do the genocide route.
Or woman.
Just don't fight any of the 2 bosses.
Ever. Just. Here's the thing. Because Tyler 1, obviously, he got punished really bad for the toxicity. He got punished for 2 years, but then he reformed. I don't think he should have been banned for that long, personally.
I kind of
Well,
do.
he was indefinitely banned.
Yeah.
I kind of do. Yeah.
Well, he was banned from
I
streaming.
kind of think that he should have.
He wasn't
because,
banned.
like,
I think he deserved it. As funny as it is,
yeah, he was
he was
like,
over
it
the.
was actually bad. Like
He wasn't just
he would
getting
straight
mad.
up ruin a game if you
Yeah.
made him mad.
He would ruin
In a-
the next game from the last game.
Really?
If it's a 1v1 situation, there's nothing wrong with throwing. That's your own decision. But you're throwing a game with 4 other people on your team, and now they're having a bad time because you have bad sportsmanship.
Yeah.
I think he did deserve that because he frequently threw games.
Like,
Yeah, it would be
Over
like
really
it would be
stupid
like
things.
the jungler ganked bot and took the kill,
hmm
Oh.
and he would be like, "Okay, running it
Okay,
down."
we lost this one.
No.
Next
Or
game was-
somebody took his blue buff.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And
really?
he would just run it down mid.
I guess I haven't watched enough of Tyler 1 to know that.
Nobody watched him before he got back from being banned.
Yeah, because it's like, but that's what we were saying. We were saying the toxicity gets views, right? Because it's funny to
Yes.
watch people be mad. But
Well, there was so much hype around him getting back because it's pretty much a meme, and nobody actually thought it ever happened.
dude, and his
Free Tyler 1.
free
Yeah.
Tyler, I
He
think
crashed Twitch.
he did. It was great, and he's a great guy. He's hilarious. But I don't. Do you think he was legitimately that mad?
Yes.
Really? I don't.
Got a face cam. He's got a face cam.
I know, but I can
He
fake
streams
it.
for a long time.
Have
Yeah.
you seen him?
I don't think anybody
a
should punch
muscle.
a hole in their wall.
Did he? Oh, he did actually. Yeah.
He's a musclehead. Dude, he's a 6'5" musclehead.
6'2" and roast for you, Lewis, right?
You can tell Evan doesn't get
4.
that joke.
No, he
didn't
doesn't.
smile.
I don't think I did.
He's really short and
Yeah.
on
Oh,
one of
is he
his
not
streams-
actually that tall?
No, he's
No.
really short, and he held up a
Meter stick.
meter stick
Yeah.
that had fake numbers on it, saying that he was 6'5".
Yeah, it went up to his height, and it was at 6'5" or something. And he's like, "See this? This is an actual meter stick." And then, like the next episode, he's like, "This is a yard stick. Look how tall I am. Official. Clip it here, folks. We got it on cam. I'm 6'5" in your faces."
That's a
It just-
pretty
he has an
accurate
exactly
voice.
6'5" meter stick.
But that doesn't. Oh my god. I love Tyler. But see, that's an example. Because he's still
I
toxic.
love how stupid he is.
He's still toxic.
He's very funny though.
He's still toxic.
No, he's not. He's
What do you
reformed.
mean?
Have you
What do you mean?
watched any of
I
his
have, he
streams? He
still-
just doesn't type it in
Yeah,
chat.
he's
Dude,
still-
no, he's clearly reformed.
he gets
Everybody
really
in
mad,
his
but,
Twitch
like,
chat,
But
Yeah, he
everyone in
gets
his Twitch
super
chat
mad.
knows
Nothing
he's
he can-
reformed. That's all they type.
I'm just
Reformed!
Reform. GG.
or banned or beamed.
Reformed! Still toxic. He's back.
He's-
I wonder what percentage of it was of his chat is ban, reform, or GG.
Probably like at least
I
half.
feel like
Most of it.
at least 70% of the typing.
Yeah, no, he's a baboon though. I love him to death, but
I like how opinions on toxicity turned into rating Tyler
Well,
1.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's
I guess naturally, the
He is
most
the
What do you
toxic.
expect?
definition
It's Tyler
of
1.
Texas.
Alright, so what's
he got banned
Emily, let's keep
for
going.
running it down mid.
Well, because running
Okay.
it down mid, you're feeding.
I'm surprised it took him that long to get banned.
I'm not.
No,
I think it was.
I thought it would have been quicker.
you got
Really?
22 banned accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
but, I
just
mean-
ban one account.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is it took 22 accounts before they realized we just need to ban him all together.
No,
No.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
from
he
Twitch?
probably got like perma banned and then he still kept going.
Did he
Yeah, he
only?
just-
Well,
made
no,
no
but
account.
that's what I'm saying. It took them that long to watch his streams to ban
Well,
all of his
he-
accounts.
He was picking up steam as he kept getting banned,
Did
so...
he get banned only from Twitch or from the League of Legends? Because I know his main
Just-
account
it
was-
got banned.
It was
What-
just League.
Yeah,
It was
it was
just
just
League.
League, and what ended up happening is if they ever saw anything of him playing League, they would ban that account
So,
instantly.
on
So he
that
couldn't-
IP.
Yeah, so he couldn't. Well, no, it wasn't on
No,
the IP.
You can't ban IP.
Okay.
They would
Yeah.
just see his stream and they'd ban him.
If they ever
Oh,
saw
so
him
he wasn't
stream
banned
League-
on League. His account was obviously banned on League, but he could still play
Yeah.
League.
If they ever found out it was
Yeah.
Tyler 1, they'd ban him.
Got
They're
it,
banned.
got it. That's unfortunate, but
You
anyways.
can't ban the IP because I think he had his girlfriend playing League and that just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, that's right. He does have a girlfriend. He also has a cat. I didn't know he had a
Yeah,
cat.
I
Yeah.
feel like he would not have been a cat person.
I thought he would have been a big old dog, dude. Like,
Yeah,
he's a muscle man.
He doesn't...
Wow,
yeah.
watching him like nuzzle his cat is hilarious.
Right? That's weird. This big old buff dude. He's
He'll
like,
go from like, yeah, oh, I have such good muscles to, oh, come here, kid.
Oh,
Because he talks about him all the time.
does he? About the cat?
Oh, yeah. No, the muscles.
Oh, look.
He'll just randomly be, oh, look how ripped I am today.
Tyler
Oh,
one.
no.
You promo code Tyler. Or something. Isn't that? I don't know. What is his promo? Hold on. What is on his website? Because I
He's
know.
got like protein and water bottles, protein shakes, water bottles.
Oh my god, does he really? I know he has a water bottle. He's like, look, you can't spill it.
I know he has his own protein shakes.
And it says reformed on it.
Oh my gosh, Tyler one at YouTube.
I want a
Twitter.
reformed protein
Now shipping
shake.
with better order. He has a Yu-Gi-Oh card. He has.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh.
his like ghetto ass Yu-Gi-Oh card that he made.
He has a water bottle, a tank top that both say reformed on it, and he's got Blood Rush protein shake. I love it, dude. And a mouse pad.
I
Oh
remember-
my god.
I remember just watching the stream highlight and he just downed that protein powder.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
where
that
it's
was
just
hilarious.
no liquid.
No water, no water. He just went,
He's got a phone case with his head on it. Oh my gosh, you guys got.
and then he's like, I feel better.
He was like he was like 20 push-ups. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, because it was 200 push-ups a day.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. He's got aprons. He's selling aprons.
Apron?
Well, yeah, he did cooking.
He
streams.
did. He's got apron bottle,
Oh yeah.
cases, hoodies, mouse pads, supplements, tank
I
tops,
saw
and
one of the
t-shirts.
cooking streams. He's making tacos.
Oh my gosh.
Only
Dude,
the most intense. food.
$16 for a water bottle. I would
That's
buy
not too bad actually if it's a quality.
It's like a
water bottle.
reusable water.
$44 for his pre-workout powder.
That's a bit much.
Protein powder is pretty expensive though.
Well, how
I-
much
I
is
don't
it
know.
though?
It's like $50 at Azerbaijan.
no.
I buy
how-
he
protein
means
powder a
amount.
lot.
Oh, it's
How
on
much
Pro.
that much. I don't know. I can click on it. I'll see if it says. 23 advanced nutrients performing blah 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 blah. 290 milligram.
Well, why are we talking about Tyler 1?
This is important. I want to know what this is.
Yeah, this is important.
6 to 8 ounces of cold beverages, and I actually 2 scoops a day. 44 servings.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
That's a
then.
lot. Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be like a little can, like that
No,
big.
it's a big old thing.
Like that's not.
They're usually like $50. Like if you go to like an official store.
Well, yeah, for
An
for
official
bigger
store.
bottles, yeah.
If you go to Zerbo's, it's like $50 for a big thing. But if you get one of the smaller ones, it's like $30, $20 or something like that. Anyways, yeah, Tyler 1 and Toxicity are the perfect couple.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in
Yeah.
hand.
I
Okay.
had good smelling hand sanitizer, and I just tried to smell it, and it was way too close. And just burned
your
the hell
nose
out
off.
of my nose.
Anyways, I don't know. Okay, moving on. I don't know about you guys, but I am hyped to play some Monster Hunter World. That game looks crispy, dude. Looks.
Why
good.
don't you tell us all about Monster Hunter? Because I
Okay,
don't know if any of us
Monster
have played
Hunter.
it.
I've heard of it.
It is-
kinda
I know what it is, but like
I-
I wanna hear Parker's
I've played
explanation.
Monster Hunter Tri, which is Monster Hunter 3, Monster Hunter on the 3DS, and basically your goal is to hunt these really big epic monsters, and you can use their equipment to turn into weapons and armor to fight bigger monsters, and there's a whole different spew of weapons which are really cool. You got hammers, you got lances, you got greatswords, you got everything, and eventually you just see how big of monsters you can fight, and you can be with your friends. And then
Isn't it like really grindy? Like you have to keep refighting the same thing over and
yeah,
over.
because when you fight a monster, you carve it.
Sounds like Evan's kind of game.
You get like 3 items. You can get like a scale,
Hey,
and
man.
then something else,
Low
and you
story.
use that.
Yeah,
So
and you
let's say you have a hammer, right? You got a big old hammer. It's a basic steel hammer that you get from ingots. You can then use, let's say, a Jaggy is like the basic monster that you fight first, and then it's super easy later on. You can one-shot it.
yeah.
You kill that, and you can use its pelt and maybe its tail, and you can upgrade that hammer into a better one. And then once you get to a certain point, you can then branch off, where you can turn it either into a hammer that does electric damage or sleeping damage. And it's pretty cool. In the 3DS version, you're allowed to mount them, which is really cool because you get on their backs and you're stabbing them, and then they fall over and you do a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
And they really, they went pretty far with it in the Monster Hunter Worlds. They made it a lot easier to mount, and the graphics look so good. They look pretty similar to, is it Xenoblade?
Yeah, the new
Yeah, it looks pretty
Xenoblade.
similar to Xenoblade, but it looks really good compared to the other.
Coming out on the
games.
Switch, right?
It's Switch, PS something else.
If it goes on the Switch, I probably will end up getting it.
I'm on the Hunter
I did
was
hear
Nintendo.
I did hear that it was pretty good game.
I'll get it if it comes out on PC.
I think Tyler would like Monster
He
Hunter.
would love it. He would.
Yeah.
Plus, it's multiplayer.
I would play it
so.
with you guys. That would make me get a Switch, honestly.
Wait, is it like an MMO?
No.
Sword. No.
Because you go. Okay, here's how it works. You
Can
start
you
the game.
party with
You
people?
start
Yes,
the game.
you can party.
Yeah, you can party. You start the game.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You start the game, and then you have like
I-
4
I
different
don't think I
specific
would.
lands to go to. So you got like the basic, and then the lava, ice, and stuff like that. And they each have different monsters that correspond to those places.
Mm.
And you can go into online mode, and the monsters are a lot tougher. But you're with your friends, so you can
Yeah.
potentially kill it faster. I'm trying to see.
It's kind of like Terraria, where like the more guys you have, the harder the bosses are, but it's still kind of equal difficulty.
Kind of. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. But, it looks really fun. It's coming out on PS4. It's coming out on the Switch. I want to see if it comes out on the PC, because if it does, I'm all on that.
I feel like that's something that probably wouldn't end up happening.
I would.
I think if they were on the PC, they would be on it already.
Yeah,
It's the
PC
older
release
one.
date.
Oh, really?
January 26th. Oh, today.
Okay, well then, yeah.
It came out today.
definitely
Look at
came
that.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It
cool.
came out today.
Yeah, no,
Well,
Dang.
I don't
you
think
guys
they're
know what
going
to do.
No, I don't think they're. I might have to get that. Holy
I
crap.
kind of would rather have it on my Switch, honestly.
Yeah.
PC, PS4.
Being portable is a big deal for me.
Yeah, especially
fun.
with that kind of game, it's like it was kind of meant to be on like handheld, not keyboard.
It was on the 3DS. So.
Is it coming out?
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
Switch?
That's
It might
See,
be
it would motivate.
That'd be
me more
weird
to
if it
play on the
wasn't.
Switch.
New Monster Hunter
Exactly,
coming
yep.
to PS4, Xbox One, PC.
This
Rip.
is not
Is
on
it
the
not
Switch.
coming out on Switch? That doesn't make sense. I feel like that they would release that on Switch.
That's kind of
If
weird.
it was on DS, I feel like they would put it on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Switch? Let me look. Wow. Maybe not. Really, it's not going to the Nintendo Switch. No. Here's why Monster
Wow.
Hunter World isn't coming to Nintendo Switch. Don't play that video. This is a podcast.
Don't pull up a video. It's a podcast.
But Capcom has so far not announced the Nintendo Switch version of the open world game. Its co-director Kanane Fury blah 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 have now stated why. We don't have any plans for the Switch at the moment. That sucks.
It's kind of funny. My cat has to wear. This is completely unrelated.
Go,
sorry, but
No, you're good.
my cat's been having some health issues.
Yeah.
Nothing. He's fine now, but he has to wear a cone of shame for a while.
Oh, my dog had to wear one. That was so sad.
That sucks.
Well, it's kind of funny because it's not even like the big white one. It's like clear, so he can see around, but he can't like reach himself at all.
Aw.
Kind of funny.
I think that it's coming out on Steam. Maybe.
You gonna show us your cat? Show
Uh,
the cat to the camera.
I can show a picture of my cat. I kind of didn't take a picture with his hat on.
Oops.
Oh.
Anyways,
Well,
yeah,
that doesn't really help anybody.
That's
You
surprising.
can see my cat.
Okay.
That
Cool.
confuses
Keep
me.
talking.
I don't know why it's not coming out on Switch. That seems like the one console it would come out on.
Well,
Hmm.
is Monster Hunter actually Nintendo?
No.
Capcom.
Well, then maybe they just didn't get the rights to it.
But Monster Hunter Tri came out on Wii.
It's just weird that all the other ones were like almost Nintendo exclusives.
Well, originally the game released in Japan. For Monster Hunter Origins and Monster Hunter 2. Kitty!
Kind of hard to see.
Barely even see your cat.
There he is.
Aw.
Cool.
Poor kitty. But like, okay, so you have World XX Stories, but it doesn't look like. I don't know, because it was on PSP. But if you can put it on PSP, why can't they get it on? That's kind of silly.
Yeah,
They even have a mobile game. Come on.
they could have. They
Okay.
could have very well just lost the rights to it.
Yeah, but that really
Like
sucks.
they just didn't want to get. Like they might have only had a certain length contract, and they're like, no, we're not really
That
going to do this.
really.
So why don't you tell us what's new about this Monster Hunter?
What's
So
new
you said
about this Monster Hunter? I don't know exactly what's new. I know a majority. They made mounting a lot easier and a lot more interactive, so that you can kind of tame them. So before it would be you would stab them on the back and they'd fall over.
yeah,
The new one, you're kind of able to control them and turn them around a little bit and get them where you want them to go,
it's pretty cool.
which is cool. They also added a new weapon. I think I can double check that, but
I'm sure they added new weapons.
absolutely
But do you mean like a new weapon class?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
There's always, I think there's been a new weapon class for every series, just about. It doesn't look like they made a new weapon, but it still has all the same weapons from the original game. Yeah, it looks like it's got all the same weapons from the 3DS version. But it looks... Let me tell you. If this was coming out on Switch, it would make me get the Switch.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that it's not coming out on the Switch.
Right?
It's
That
like
was
If
That's
it
what
were
I-
on the Switch, if we're on the Switch, I'd be more inclined to play it.
I'm still gonna get it on the
Yeah, I think
PC.
pretty much anything just throwing it on my handheld is gonna make me want to play it more.
Right.
Like, because on my PC, I want to play other games.
yeah, exactly. If I'm on my PC, I'm probably gonna be playing League with you guys because you'll be on.
True.
And I wouldn't get it on my PS4.
Or I'll be playing my Switch with my computer on.
That is also very
Well, the
valid.
thing is I like to, especially for grindy games, I like to kind of relax and maybe just watch a
Solitary.
YouTube video. So that's when I just go on my bed over there and lay down and
It's
play
like
it.
Breath of the Wild.
And
And
fall
end up
asleep to
falling asleep.
Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Watch some D&D streams and then
Oh my god.
fall asleep.
Those are a little bit interesting because you're like,
Those-
wow,
yeah.
they're way more serious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
they're not as
watching,
shitty
it's like
at
watching a
doing
movie.
movies.
You're watching a movie that you imagine in your head, but it's like so descriptive.
Well,
that,
it's almost like watching a podcast.
That's
Wow!
crazy.
Speaking of which, I've heard of this really cool podcast.
It's called King Pasta
It's,
Ducks and stuff. It's
yeah,
crazy.
KingPastaDucksnStuff
I've heard of that one.
Let's
Looks
say our
really
name
good.
more. King
Hey,
Pasta
Ducks
Ducks
and
and
Stuff.
Stuff.
Never
I'll
heard
be
of
back
it.
in 1 second.
Oh, my
We're on
God. Whoa.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram,
Oh.
Snapchat,
Okay. Shut up. You're not a Snapchat.
some other things.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at
Did you
this.
say Facebook?
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, do the
Okay.
voice.
Hold on. Just slow your roll a little bit. I'm
Facebook.
looking. Let me tell you, they have got a new mode that I'm looking forward to. You got an underwater level? Oh man, that looks really good.
Wait for what?
Monster Hunter.
We're
You got
Monster.
an
Okay.
underwater level, dude. It's so cool. Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds.
And you're more
Oh my God.
mobile. You
That
have a
sounds like that'd be
grappling hook.
really, really difficult.
You have a grappling hook. Oh my gosh.
That'd be cool.
I'm sure there's like a fish monster you're gonna fight.
You're, okay, so in all the games you have a companion that's like a cat, and they have like a little paw weapon. He's like, "Meow." They have mounts now. They can ride like a lizard thing. Oh, it's so cool, dude.
That's pretty
Didn't we
neat.
get these at Dave and Buster's, Ian?
Yeah.
You two need to get these.
I did.
I feel like I'm pretty cool with my Mimi collection of hats.
Oh, please.
But you need a Pooh hat to join
Yeah, dude.
one of us.
One of
One
us.
of us. One of us.
I think probably the biggest change for Monster Hunter World is it looks a lot more fluent. Like the gameplay looks like it's much cleaner, and because back
I would hope.
on 3DS, like the controls were pretty stiff. Like you start running, and when you want to switch directions, you have a couple. You like take an extra step or two, and then you would turn around. In this game, it looks
Oh.
really smooth. It looks
Yeah,
like-
that can be kind of annoying.
Wait, it had
when
input lag?
When momentum,
A little bit,
yeah,
yeah.
when momentum kind of carries.
Yeah.
This game looks
Oh,
like it's
Momentum
very
in some
smooth.
games are like really fun, like because as soon as you get more combos, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
My mom just sent me a Snapchat perfectly timed, so I can show you my coned cat.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see it.
It's kind of hard to see.
Oh, I
He has
kind of
his
see.
cone-
it. Oh,
cone
oh, I
hat
see
on.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
is it
that's
clear?
neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a-
Yeah, it's clear. It's a clear hat.
Well, my dog's cone was like a white. And
Oh, it was like
it was a
literally
singular
it was
white.
the
It's
white
just like,
boy. That's
course
no,
it's-
her head was like my Pooh hat
Tail.
fell off, but it was like this.
ridiculous. Would you guys seriously not get it on PC? Because
I wouldn't.
It would motivate me to play.
Honestly, I don't know if
less.
I'd get it on Switch.
I
That was just
might
more iffy.
get it on PC,
because
but
I'm probably
it would become a Steam game.
I've
I
played,
wouldn't
It
end up
would be-
playing it.
I've
It'd
played
be a
them
bench
all.
Steam game.
I've played Monster Hunter Try and Up, and it's only gotten better. Honestly, like that game is so much fun. Like it's a blast, especially
Yeah,
with friends, because you have different kinds of weapons and you can be
I
a
just-
bowman.
I like having games like that be mobile because those are the types of games that I'd play on a trip up somewhere. Like if I was going camping or something, I'd
Get the
play it on the trip
3DS
there.
version.
Well, I don't want to buy one of the older ones if there's a newer one.
Well, if you're not gonna get the newer
Yeah.
one, just get the older one.
That's like buying. That's like if I just went and bought
Oh, okay, hold on.
Pokemon Red
Hold on. So you're telling me
for a Game Boy.
if somebody offered you a Nintendo GameCube, you wouldn't buy it?
No,
Like,
'cause I have a
let's say you
GameCube.
didn't have one. Let's say you didn't have one.
Well, still no, because I wouldn't have any games.
What games?
I would, let's say someone offered.
Do I
you
have games for it already,
No,
or
let's say
like
someone
what's-
offered games too.
What games?
games?
Well, what do you
The
like?
games you want.
Yeah, the games you want.
If they're saying Billy Hatcher, then sure, that's the newest
Well,
version, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. There's only one Billy Hatcher.
I probably wouldn't get it
That's
just
fine.
because
Like,
I have the newer versions.
I don't blame
like,
you. But
newer-
Oh, that too. Yeah. So like most, like, because I have a lot of GameCube games. Most of them I do have a newer version, so we don't
Most-
play them.
Let's be
The
real. No one's
only
making a
reason
Billy Hatcher too.
We don't play Mario Kart. We don't play Smash. We don't play. We do
Literally,
play Mario
like,
sometimes.
the only reason that I play on my GameCube now is because of either memories, just like flashbacks,
Oh,
kind of
nostalgia,
my child, yeah, nostalgia, and then the fact that I have not beaten any Zelda games.
There's only 2 on GameCube, I think.
Yeah, but the only thing that's stopping
Wait,
me
what,
and
too?
Ian from finally beating Wind Waker is the fact
There's Wind
We don't know who
Waker
has it.
Lost.
and
Neither me or Ian can find it.
Man,
and one
if
of
only
us
you
have
could
it.
purchase it, but it's an old
there's
game.
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Will I buy
It's
it? One
funny
of us
because
have
they
it.
both have a newer version.
What about
Well-
Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, Ian literally has that game.
You have the GameCube version?
Yeah.
I've got like
I have the 3DS
collection.
Because they've remastered it 3 times.
I've got the collection.
I gotta
Well,
admit,
Where
me-
there's
when me and
Zelda,
Ian go
Zelda
to-
2, Majora's Mask,
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
What else
Yeah,
is that? It doesn't have Zelda 3?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's lame.
But yeah, when me
What do
and
you-
Ian
what do you
go
think-
up to his
I haven't
cottage
played
up north, we go and we
That's a
try to
beat a
beat.
game.
Yeah, we try
That's
to
a
beat
dope pack. I want that.
every time
You can
except
buy it.
twice. We've
I
beat.
could totally buy it. I have a GameCube.
I don't think I ever. I've only completed 2 Zelda games, and they were technically really bad. I completed Spirit Tracks.
Well, there's 9 main series games, and then there's a lot of spin-offs, although they're
Only games
still
I've completed
Zelda
of the
games.
Zelda series are Spirit Tracks and the water one. Boat. Not
Is that
the
Wind Waker?
not Wind Waker, the other one.
What other water
Wasn't
one?
that a different boat?
Not
Wind
that I-
Waker? I think Wind Waker's
Oh,
the only water.
our Phantom Hourglass.
Alpine Hourglass, that's the one. Yep. Those are the only 2
The
I've
DS
completed.
one. Yeah.
Those are the only
The-
Zelda games.
yeah,
I've played.
there's like sequels.
Oh, the
to each
sequels.
other.
The
Yeah.
sequels. Those are all sequels to Wind Waker.
Yeah,
They're kind of like not very high key sequels.
Phantom
I
Hourglass.
think they are though. Like I think they're canon sequels. Aren't
Well,
they?
yeah, I know, but the
Hey,
thing
hey,
is,
me Ganon sequels.
what?
Ganon.
Sorry, he said he made a
Sequel.
Ganon pun because I said canon.
No, but like literally, I played one, and I'm like, I think Phantom Hourglass is the second version.
I believe so.
I played that one and it's like completely fine. Like, okay,
Oh, yeah, you don't need to play with
yeah,
them.
you don't need to play them together. I
I've
mean,
played some Spirit Tracks. It's pretty fun. It's just not a main series Zelda
I
game.
have,
It's
I
not
have,
a real
old.
Zelda.
I have
Yeah.
four Legend of Zelda games, and I've beaten 0 of them.
Wait, you didn't beat Breath of the Wild? Oh, you're still
Well,
working on it.
I'm still
It's
working.
a
on
work
it.
in progress.
I
That's a
have
long
not
game.
beaten a single Legend of Zelda game, and I've played a lot.
I feel like
I've
it's
beaten
really
one.
hard to like.
I've played most of them. I beat one,
Well, most of them I
Me
played
too.
when I was younger,
and I'm about to beat Breath.
so I got stuck on a puzzle and just gave up out of frustration.
Yo, me.
And then,
Bit of struggle.
and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna try and beat Wind Waker with Ian. Of course, that was like the longest and most tedious game ever. And
Tedious.
It's not that.
you know how long you have to just swim on a boat?
Yeah.
To beat
Here
the
we go
game?
again.
The
Ooh.
boat.
You literally have to swim on a boat, like in the like they remastered.
Tyler?
You say, okay, you make this argument every time. You don't get the thing that makes you go faster until like at the end of the game if you grab it.
Yes, but it still takes a fucking long time.
It doesn't make that much of a difference.
And you
Me
don't have
and
to get the
Ian
stuff
have
outside.
spent 5 hours after beating all of the bosses, just going around and getting the damn charts and shards.
the three shards?
No, you have to get 8
8.
or 9. It was 9.
It was 8.
Maybe they did. Oh, they might have actually changed that then.
Yeah.
I only had to
Why
get
people
3.
Instead of
complained about it so
3.
much?
We had to get 8,
Okay, no, that's definitely worse. Then.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind.
and you had something to make you go faster.
I didn't. No, you don't. Like I said, you don't get that until the end of the game. I never even grabbed it.
No.
But yeah,
There's like an
It-
auction house.
it's oh god, it's so bad.
So yeah, dude, I love Monster Hunter.
I think we
Yeah,
got like
Monster Hunter's great. No, I'm definitely gonna play it. I wouldn't blame you guys. I'll play it solo.
Tangented off
I
to
will
the Zelda.
100% play it. I'll play it even if you guys don't. It's and yeah, Monster Hunter.
So,
it's been released.
what are you hitting us up with next?
I'm gonna hit you with the
Granddaddy Parkster.
age-old question: PUBG or Fortnite? What do you think? Which one's better?
I think I know how
Evan,
Evan should answer. No, answer. Evan, I know
answer. You gotta answer.
you're gonna want to play Fortnite.
Do
Fortnite. is
I don't know
more
anything
game.
about Fortnite.
Imagine PUBG, but Minecraft.
He's gonna raise
That's
his
pretty much
chair. He raises his chair. Back up. Yeah, no, it's,
We're back.
it's a little bit like Minecraft.
Well, I'm
For-
hearing you out
Fortnite
now.
is
That
a-
sounds fun.
Fortnite is a little bit more cartoony.
Yeah,
Is this new? Is this a new game?
kind of.
I'm
It's
excited
free.
already.
Okay,
Is
so
this out?
It's
okay,
free.
I'll talk about
Yeah.
Fortnite. You can talk about PUBG, since I've not
Sure, let's do that because
Okay,
that sounds fun.
Fortnite.
I'm going
Imagine.
to talk about it.
Okay, so it is a third-person shooter. Can you go first-person in Fortnite? I don't think you can.
I don't think so.
Similar idea. You get your character. You get in a plane, except it's a bus in the sky. You drop out. You
I
get
don't-
different places, and you get different kinds of guns. You got bazookas. You got shotguns. You got sniper rifles. You got a lot of cool stuff. You got elixirs.
You got miniguns.
You got miniguns. That was probably.
Lit.
You got shields that like from elixir, and it shields you. But what makes it considerably more interesting, in my opinion, is that the shelters, you have a pickaxe and you can break them down, and then you can use that material to make your own structures.
Whoa.
So you can put up
Minecraft
walls,
shooter.
and then put up like a ramp. You can climb up and snipe people from it, and then when the circle comes in, you can break down your structure, go to a different area, build your thing back up, and get ready to shoot again.
I want this.
It's
Sounds fun.
it's free. Yeah, it's also free.
Is this out?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
out for like months.
What?
Yeah.
I want this. Why have I not heard a single thing about this?
Probably because every
it's
time we say, "Hey, it's like PUBG," except, and then you just zone out.
Oh, that's probably that makes more sense now.
The bullet, it's not. Is it hit scan? I don't think it's hit scan. It's actually a projectile that travels at a certain distance, whereas PUBG is more hit scanny, where it's gonna.
Well, believe it or not, looking up pictures of Fortnite does not help.
It does. It
Like,
looks.
I was trying to get a video, like a couple images to really see about it, and
It's pretty cartoony
Yeah.
too.
It's a fun
Ooh,
game.
I like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah, I know,
What the
right?
hell? Like,
None of these pictures are like.
These are
I
just.
challenge everyone
It's
viewing
just,
us right now to go look up Fortnite.
Don't look up Fortnite. It's stupid. Is that
If you look up Fortnite, over half of these pictures are not of it.
a There's one that says Victory Royale.
There's literally a Fallout, I think, New Vegas. No, wait, no, that has to be 4
Also,
because
Evan,
that wasn't in the other one.
You can also disguise yourself as a bush, and you can stand still and just hide and like look for people.
That is hilarious.
It's really.
That is awesome.
That's my personally. If I had to play one of the two.
I want this. Ian, tell me about PUBG.
It's like Fortnite, except not as good.
No,
Nah,
you can't get.
Don't
big
shit
with
on
Yeah.
PUBG.
Fortnite.
Just because I don't like it doesn't
No,
mean
I
it's a
have,
bad
I have no
game.
idea. I've played neither of them. I was just joking.
I've only played.
Yeah,
Fortnite.
I know what PUBG
I have only
is.
played Fortnite. I haven't played PUBG.
I played PUBG like 3 times. So,
So
So you got it
start
on
off.
Steam?
You start off in a plane, and then you like hover over
Oh,
an
not a
area,
flying
How
bus.
is
like
it?
hover over this island, and then you can choose whenever you want to drop. So then you drop, like you pick up weapon, just fight everybody to death.
Yeah. The main difference, I think, besides of course building your structures, for PUBG is much more competitive because it doesn't have this cartoony aspect to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a cartoony aspect, and
It's much more hardcore,
yeah,
which is good for people that like competitive hardcore.
Yeah. it's-
Yeah, different
But
style.
I personally, I prefer Fortnite just because it has that creative aspect to it. How
I'm
about
gonna
you,
have to go. I prefer PUBG, even though I'd probably prefer neither.
I prefer.
Even though I'd probably prefer neither.
How about
So
you, Ian?
for unexperienced and very little low-level players, let's all say which game is better.
I
Even
think
though we know nothing
Fortnite's
about either
better
of them.
because the whole aspect of realistic shooters is overdone.
Man, you'd hate Rainbow Six.
I mean, I know what PUBG is. I'm not a big fan, but
I've literally played none of them.
I just heard about Fortnite, and that sounds really fun. So I'm gonna say Fortnite.
I guess that's Fortnite.
I like
Sound
the
logic.
idea of Fortnite because not many shooters are going for an unrealistic approach. That's why I feel Overwatch is also another one of the really like pretty cool shooters.
I like Splatoon.
What? Then I don't.
That's a pretty creative shooter.
If I gotta be real with you guys, Overwatch got really boring really fast for me, and if I had the choice to play Overwatch and Team Fortress 2, I'd play Team Fortress.
I've never liked TF2. I love Overwatch,
Overwatch is
but
very
like
fun. Don't get me wrong,
my
I love it.
connection's not good.
But TF2, I don't know, it's funner for me. It's taken a lot less seriously. and it's a lot. I like the style better. I like the characters a little bit more. It's just more. It's better in my opinion. Not better like by a long shot. It's got a lot of years on it, which is giving it time to adjust. But Overwatch is good. See, there you go. That's another comparison because Fortnite and PUBG are similar, but something for everyone in each of the games. Whereas TF2 and Overwatch, more people are playing Overwatch because it's new.
Yeah, the only reason that I didn't play Overwatch is because when I started playing, I used to be really addicted to Black Ops.
Wait, what?
Like really addicted to it.
Since when?
It was before I
Tyler.
played League and shit.
Oh.
So I didn't really know about you guys.
I didn't know about you guys.
Wait.
I knew about Ian, but that was it.
You know, it's like kindergarten.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's technically second grade.
Whatever, same thing.
Technically
it was first grade. I wasn't born in the second grade.
But literally, like, I was so addicted to it, and that's all I'd play all day, every single day.
Oh, that was me with Black Ops 2.
That was me with Black
I
Ops.
got to the highest rank.
You with Pikmin too.
Yeah. And so
because
I started playing Overwatch, and I'm like, I can't play this, otherwise I'm gonna lose my life to this.
It's gonna become another Black Ops.
I'm gonna enjoy it too much.
It's gonna I would play it more than League. I would just end up not playing.
Wait, Ryan?
Right?
Yeah, basically, like I would do nothing. I would do nothing with my life except play Overwatch.
No, Ryan does actual things.
I mean, I play Overwatch, but I don't know. It couldn't like draw me in.
I very well could have got drawn in if I just kept playing with you guys.
I was drawn in for
but then again,
3 months.
Then again, since you guys didn't play too much, I probably wouldn't have ended up playing a lot. Because I prefer to play games with people, especially when other people are like playing games together.
That's why you're playing Pokemon.
If you're playing League, chances of me playing a different game are kind of low because I want to play with you guys.
Yeah, talk about Evan uninstalls League of Legends 2 days later and reinstalls it.
It's been 4 days.
What? Because if you played it for 2 days.
It was actually 3 days and 30
It was Sunday night, and I
first game
reinstalled
back
it Thursday
plays
night.
Volibear.
I was under the impression that Volibear was not bad, and I'm sure my Airy did not help.
I mean, he's okay. Not great though.
I picked him thinking sheerly like, oh, Volibear is really good right now.
No.
Anyways, yeah, that's PUBG and Fortnite.
I brought Airy.
Statistically.
Oh wait.
Huh?
Can I?
Yeah, lay it on me.
If I were to say something, I'd probably want to play PUBG.
Why?
It sounds a little different, but
No reason.
I can't. I don't think I could take that cartoony
No?
feel.
Some people like realistic
Tell me more,
stuff.
Ian. What about it makes it not playable?
He just is visual.
I don't like the idea that you can alter your terrain like that. Like, I like the idea of altering terrain, if only if the terrain is to come down.
So you don't like being able to build it back up?
Yeah, so you mean a building breaks and falls instead of there just being a hole in it?
So it sounds like you like consistency.
Yes.
So
I do agree
I'd
that
like
that
I'd like to like have an idea of where the enemy is.
So okay.
Because if what if somebody were to build something like you get up to the top of this building that I didn't think you could get up on, I would never expect them there.
True. That's true.
I'm a person that would be like, oh, I can expect this person here,
Because
so I'm going to.
here.
Yeah, like I'm more of the like, hey, I know this person is gonna be here, so I'm just gonna like prepare for them being there instead of them going like, oh, I
I can
had
agree
no
with
clue
that.
they were
When
there.
I played Black Ops, I got to know every map by heart, and I knew every spot where people would just camp out. And let's be honest, that's all people do in those games.
Mhm.
They camp,
Yeah.
and I would just run around the edge of the map with a shotgun, and I would just look in every spot and kill them, and I would go 32-2 in like every game
Something.
because
Good.
Nobody knows how to deal with somebody who knows all of the camping spots. If that's all they do is camp.
Something about Fortnite. When you're building your structures, let's say you got a thing going like this, you got little stairs going up. If someone breaks this part, the whole thing falls. So it's not like Minecraft where if you kick a block, you put another one, break at the bottom. It's gonna float.
Like there's physics.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Then.
Okay.
There's physics, because if you build it
Well,
like a
I
mile
mean-
high, it's not gonna fall until you
Yeah,
break
you
the
can
bottom.
still just keep.
It's not like it's gonna timber down. But if you
Does
break
it
the
fall at
bottom,
an angle when you break it, or does it just go down one block?
I think they just all shatter.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm not.
Oh, that's
100%
kind of
sure.
neat.
So you don't got that much freedom, but you got a good amount. So aesthetics is a no-no for you, Fortnite, Ian.
I like a little bit of consistency.
That's fair. I can't get mad at you for that one.
I'm more of like a
Your
I
opinion.
know if I know what's gonna happen kind of game, then I can predict the outcome.
Too shit at shooters to have that ideology.
I think,
I'm over here like, let me shoot in this big area.
I think you could play a game.
I played so much of Black Ops that it gives me an advantage on any shooter that I play.
That's fair.
Like, to start off, I'm going to be better than somebody else who just started off. Of course, I'm not going to be great because I don't know the maps and shit.
Yeah,
But, like,
well,
I have good shooting skills for the most part.
What about
I have
Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike
10
is-
less.
I don't
Interesting.
play
10 less what?
Counter-Strike.
I have 10 less years of experience with aiming than everyone else who's ever playing a shooter with me, so that doesn't help me.
What about GTA?
Can't aim for shit, and I'll never get
Oh,
better
I'm not
because
good
I'm
with
always dead.
third-person shooters.
I'm great.
First or
I'm
third.
really bad with aiming on third-person shooters.
I
I
can't
don't know
play
why. I
It's-
just can't get used
It's
to it.
weird. I've
Yeah,
played
but
a
if they hit me with
few.
those motion
I've
controls.
Shut up.
I played a MOBA with third-person shooter.
No, dude, I was playing Zelda, bro. I could actually aim.
We're done. We're done with it.
When you're shooting like this,
Yeah, the arrow.
I like the Switch controllers in your hands.
yeah, I know, right?
Anyways, moving on. I got a question for you guys. What was the first M-rated game you guys played?
Can I go first?
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I have an arcade collection, and because technically it was a GameCube game.
Yeah.
It was like not Madden. I don't know. It was some arcade collection, and it had about 20 games, and some of them were considered R-rated
Right.
when they came out, even though I don't think they would be now.
Yeah.
It had the first 3 Mortal Kombats, so I'm pretty sure those were
Yeah,
some of
those
them.
are,
Really?
those are still rated on, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're not as gruesome if you look at those now. I mean, there's blood
There's a lot.
and
Why
there's
don't you
like
like rip someone's throat out?
graphic
That's pretty
stuff.
violent.
Yeah, but it doesn't look as threatening.
Well, the
from-
thing is
the
when
arcade.
when all graphics are shit, that is graphic.
yeah,
So,
Yeah, that's fair.
but I'm
any,
saying like
red
looking at
pixels
it
flying
now
from somebody. Oh yeah.
in the
Look at it
GameCube
now.
era.
I think it's the idea of there being
Yeah.
blood flying out of somebody,
Um,
which makes it.
Yeah, that's really the only M-rated game I've
I
had.
forgot that blood made stuff R-rated.
Yeah.
Like
I never thought much of it. But yeah, I knew it was M-rated, and I was just kind of like whatever about it because it wasn't like graphics, so nobody cares.
I was.
My dad
pretty-
knew I was playing it, he bought it.
I was pretty
so.
sheltered when it came to
Plays
our
together.
M-rated game. I think the first one, I got 2 games. 2 games? 2 or 3 games. I got Left 4 Dead 2. I got Halo 4, and I got Skyrim. I think Skyrim was the first one I played. It was I don't know why I rated
Halo 4 is M-rated.
for some reason I thought you said Spyro.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like that is
Spyro's
not M.
rated R.
I was like that is not
Spyro's
M-rated.
rated M for the.
I was playing Skylanders. It's actually rated M.
Yeah, Skylanders is the most intense game ever to exist on the planet. No,
So much gore.
Skyrim was definitely the first M-rated game that I played. And
How old were you?
13? 14?
Oh wait, I didn't say an age. Were we supposed to say ages?
Sure.
I feel that's kind of implied.
Yeah,
You should.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't know. I've had it like as long as I've had my GameCube, so it's probably like 6 or 7. Yeah.
You played an M-rated...
Well, that's more
Yeah,
of
that's
combat
what-
though.
yeah.
So it's like
Well, I think there were more games on it because there's like 20 games on it, and I really didn't play Mortal Kombat. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it's whatever. I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna play Rampage.
for me, the first time that I actually like had experience playing an M-rated game, it was I think GTA 3, 2. It was the one on the PS2.
I haven't played any of them.
I
What about
don't
San Andreas?
I don't
Oh,
know
GTA,
which one
that's
it
so
was.
fun.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really get to play the game though. I was also sheltered as a child, but they released me pretty quickly.
They did not.
They
released
not.
me.
Like
I love this.
They
So,
released me from my prison.
I-
It's a different
my
childhood.
dad had the game. Like I didn't get the game. And I put it in the PS2 because I really wanted to play an M-rated game because I wanted to know what I was missing out on. So I put it in and I played it for a bit and I just drove the cars around and crashed it.
Yeah,
Like
I
I don't think there was really anything bad that happened other
Wait,
than
are
me
you telling me you
killing people.
didn't find the
You didn't like go to a
prostitutes in
strip
GTA?
club.
I didn't know how to do that. I was like 8.
Okay, so all right. See why
But
the age is
I
irrelevant
don't
now.
know if that really counts as me playing an M-rated game. I did it once. The next time I played an M-rated game, I was 18. No,
yeah. Considering.
I played. I can't think of which one I played first. It was either Black Ops, the original Black Ops, or shit. What is that one zombie game?
Left 4 Dead?
Left for
No, it was with the you were in a mall.
Oh,
I know
which one.
exactly. Dead
I don't.
Rising?
Yeah, Dead Rising. It was one of those two. I started playing them both around the same time.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed that game.
That-
I think I was around 10. It was pre-high school.
Jeez.
I think it was 10. It was in the 10 to 12 range.
That's
Not really sure when.
Yeah. How about you, Ian?
But that was the first time that I really started playing M games. It wasn't. I could have played them earlier. I wasn't really into any of the games that were M-rated. Like I liked playing like a lot of the Wii games, and almost none of those
I
are
wanted to
M-rated.
play Left 4 2,
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead 2 so bad, and then I got it, and it was a dream come true.
like Tyler said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to be just more interested in like E-rated, but
Well,
honestly,
mine were mostly teen, but yeah.
I've never really even like looked at the ratings. Like I usually don't pay attention to them. I could just kind of take guesses, but I just remember that one in particular because I think someone asked me one time about it. So yeah.
How about you, Ian?
I feel like
Let's
Like,
Sorry,
do
I wanna
online
hear- I
games
wanna
even
hear what
have
Ian's
rating?
got. They do.
What's league rated?
E. No, it's
G.
rated
No.
T because it's got smoking.
But
Yeah,
it does say.
a lot of the ratings are kind of dumb on games. It's like
Mhm.
has minor drug use.
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog rated M because it has guns.
It doesn't.
I don't think it is.
specifically-
League is rated T because it's got minor
It's
drug
smoking,
use
yeah,
Yeah.
minor
slash
Where do you-
tobacco.
Where do you go to check that?
Their website.
Yeah, I think it
Oh.
shows them at like the very bottom.
I didn't
of
even
it.
See,
know
that's
what
what I'm
league
talking
was-
about. Like
I didn't
nobody
even
checks
know what
that
league
at a
was
certain
rated when
point.
I downloaded it. I was just like,
Because who cares?
Exactly. No one.
My
Yeah,
friend-
most PC games, most of them are. It's not very obvious what they're rated because everybody's 18, pretty much who plays them.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Like
Usually
to have
younger-
a PC
well,
game. I mean, if
when we were
not, your
younger.
parents are buying it for you. Chances of you buying it for yourself and you're like 15 is not very high.
Ian,
Maybe
I
go a
seriously
little-
want to know
a little younger than that.
if you
but
have
yeah.
even owned an M-rated game.
Even that, I would say.
Oh yeah. What about you?
do
Ian?
I own an M-rated game?
Have you ever
No.
owned?
Like
an
all of
M-rated
Ian's games are rated.
Ian
Yeah.
doesn't play any M-rated
He plays
games. except
shooters.
Wind Waker.
Um,
Waker.
it's not like I have GTA 5 or
Suicide references. Wind Waker.
Life
May
is
cause
Strange.
suicide.
Rainbow Six.
Oh,
Left 4 Dead 2.
My first M-rated game
Oh,
I'm gonna go with was Call of Duty World at War,
Mhm.
and I was playing zombies at like 10. But that was at a friend's house,
Mm.
and I was just like, "Wow, this is fun, but it's scary because
Scary.
I was like
It's
10."
zombies. Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like that experience where I played games and I actually got scared because I was younger and I'm like, this is real! This is happening! This is me! I'm gonna die!
This is the real me.
Yeah,
It's immersive.
I love that feeling. That was actually kind of cool, but
But
that's
I
just
get that.
gone
I
away
get that
now.
shit when I play
But
Breath of
play-
the Wild.
Playing the original.
No, my shield.
My
Playing
shield
the
was
original zombies on World at War was just like, this is so much fun.
I get that. I get
Like,
I hate zombies.
that. No,
I
it was
really
fun to
like
me.
zombies.
I like COD.
I was,
I like
I was
deathmatch,
bad at zombies, but I enjoyed it a
but
lot.
even
Oh no, I was like
I don't
terrible. I'd
know.
like down round 2, and then he's just like, get up.
The highest round that I got to like ever was 23.
I just get so bored because
The
like it
highest
seems
round
like
that I
you're.
got to was like 48.
never played it.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I've never gotten above. Well, to be fair, I only played Black Ops 1 zombies,
Mhm.
and that was a lot harder. A lot of the maps, you had to be
Right.
really good to be.
You know in Black Ops 2 how there was buried, the one that was like underground.
Yeah.
Sure.
I got to around like 45, 48 on that just because I sat down the hallway with Juggernaut with the paralyzer, and all the zombies would get slowed. Then I'd like switch weapons, headshot them all, and switch back.
The only game that I ever played of that genre was Battlefield 3. I never played any of the others. I
You
didn't
played
play-
zombies?
No, I haven't. Only
Oh,
Battlefield
that's
3.
You
And
mean
then-
shooters?
I played Halo
That's-
4, but I'm not a fan of that. I
And
never
then
played Call of Duty. Anymore.
in order to get my first M game, I had to like convince my parents that that in Black Ops that you could turn down the graphic content
Yeah.
to make the game pretty much rated T.
Why? It's actually kind of funny how I got my.
Can you actually do that though?
Yeah, you can. You can turn off the.
Oh,
graphic
that's a
content.
real thing. I thought you
Yeah.
like made that.
No, I
No.
turned
Well,
it
when
off.
you got a sec, I got a good story, but keep going.
That sounds like
I-
something made up.
Yeah, my first M game other than the Grand Theft Auto, I actually got with my PS3. So my parents were kind of cheap with things. Like they would be willing to get me stuff, but they would be trying to get it the cheapest way possible. So one of my my mom's friends, they were getting rid of their PS3.
Yeah.
And so, or wait, oh, I remember it now. I think her friend's husband died actually.
Oh God, you
And,
took a dead man's
Yeah,
console.
yeah. So she never played it.
Go through all the site files. It's like, help me. My marriage is a failure. I need help. now.
I remember this now. It's kind of funny actually.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So-
savage,
I
bro.
love
So
it.
yeah, we got
his
the
wife next.
we got the
Jesus.
PS3, and it didn't have any games that we know of at least, and so we got it, and it had Black Ops in it, and me and my dad just so yeah, Black Ops was my first M-rated game. Yeah, I'm remembering this now.
Oh, man.
Me and my dad just started playing it.
Right.
It's really funny.
Um,
And I guess since my dad kind of got addicted to it, also he would realize that M-rated games are not that bad. They're just kind of fun.
I got a good one. So
R-rated movie?
here's the
Is that what you're
thing.
gonna say?
No, here's the thing. So
Did you steal a dead man's thing?
up until I was 12, 13-ish, I think I might have actually got my M-rated game when I was like 14, 15. But when I was like 12, 13, I hadn't played a single T-rated game up until that point. Only I haven't been allowed. And the very first T-rated game that I was allowed to play, my grandma got me, and it was Monster Hunter Tri. And my
Wait a
dad was just
minute.
like, "Come on, he's old enough to play it." So I'm
Wait a
just-
minute.
It does have age recommendations next.
Did
to
you
it.
ever play like Melee?
It was
That's
E10.
T-rated.
That's E10.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was T.
No, it's not.
Okay.
E10 is like the second rarest next to A.
And C.
Oh
No, there's like
And
C
C.
games.
C
Aren't
is
they,
for
aren't they
sure.
like below E?
no,
that's for,
there's
like,
there's
child
adult
level?
only.
Yeah, there's also child development. which
I
is
thought that
like-
was C.
Yeah, C.
No,
Child
I
development.
feel like child development is way more common than
Anyways.
Yeah,
so
like there's
for-
a lot of
yeah,
Dora
for fun,
games
yeah.
and shit.
I think we just
that
didn't
has,
look at them.
and-
Because I don't think it was a thing when we were like 5.
I'm really surprised that there even was an A rating.
What is A?
adult.
It's adult.
adult.
So
only.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
18
like
plus.
that's like
21.
the equivalent of a movie 17
R.
17 there's like a 17 letter which is like they won't give admission to anybody under 17.
M is you have to be 17.
I thought it was
Uh-huh.
18.
No, you have to be 17.
I thought it used to be 18 at least.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure it used to be 18 when we were younger.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Well,
I can
how
see
old's
it.
that game though?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us is not that old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it used to be 18.
Oh,
Well,
I-
whatever.
in,
And then
in
what's
Europe
A?
it's 18, but in United States it's 17.
What's A then?
Adult. 21
It's
and
like
up.
What's the difference?
is it?
I
21.
don't know what makes something adult though compared to 18.
That's tough, right?
Yeah, if GTA is M,
Rape.
like what could be worse than
I
that?
like rape, like you
There-
can
there
a
is, like,
lot
a
more
few
detail,
games.
that
You
kind of
you
stuff.
can't
going
rape
on.
people in GTA.
Well, even if you do,
No.
it's like you go behind like a
Oh.
back
Yeah, you
alley.
can't
and-
see
It's
it.
not
Put it
rape.
away.
Yeah, it's
Adult
you
is
can't-
like you can see the full fledged everything's going on.
Oh,
Yeah, I
all
guess
right.
maybe,
in
yeah.
GTA you can't see it.
Yeah, it's just
Like, you know what's happening.
goes into the
but
house, you hear,
can't see
"Ooh,
anything.
Dad!" But then like you
I
play
guess that's
adult
true,
game,
yeah,
you
they
see
never-
It's kind of
everything,
funny.
change the
I think
angle.
it's kind of funny how like in GTA 5 you can see like their naked body for like if you go in a strip club,
Yeah,
but you don't see the sex. So maybe
Yeah.
actually seeing sex.
Yeah, that is
what
probably
makes it
what makes
adult.
That makes sense.
so then that leads me to my question: what
Alright.
what is too violent or grotesque for a game? Like, should
I
there
don't think
be
anything
a limit?
is.
I
Is
feel
there a
No.
point that you should say, "Well, this is too far. You just need to take a step back"? All right.
I
I
kind of
think-
feel that
Sorry.
in some like I don't know what a good example would be, but if it's not even necessarily like sexual or drug related, but like if you see like a person being pulled apart and you see like really graphic details of like their organs and
And it's
shit.
VR.
Well, not
Mortal
VR,
Kombat.
It's VR too.
not
and you see
VR,
it.
but yeah, if you have something like Mortal Kombat, but it's more graphic,
VR rape simulator.
like it's really like
I get pulled off the
detailed.
shelf instantly.
Yeah.
I think anything's okay as long as they do have the tag. Like I don't think that an E-rated game should have something
Well, yeah.
like that, but I think if you rate it correctly, go crazy. You can put whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think there's nothing that's like too far, but I feel like some things should be kind of.
I think there's things that shouldn't be in a game, but if there's a market for it, then obviously people want it. So do whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There usually isn't a market.
I-
for
I was
something.
looking up adult only, and it actually is 18 plus.
Really?
Yeah. But
That's weird.
a lot of these games, most of them is strong sexual content.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That'd be the difference.
Really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's only like a handful. There's like less. I'm gonna go with about 25.
I think I've only ever seen one game before. That
The-
was
The
infuriating.
most recent one was like in 2015, called Hatred.
Hatred.
Hatred, really.
Yeah, and literally the game is about killing everybody.
That's stupid. There's so
That's
many
pretty
games
great.
like that.
What was it released on?
Windows.
Oh, wow, only
PC.
only PC.
PC only. Huh?
And
Fuck
probably
you.
the most popular one out of all these games is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, that was an A.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
but
Right.
I think that was adult only for the time because it was 2004.
Yeah, probably.
Because
Mhm.
literally you can
Shit
do
was a lot more minor back then.
Yeah.
yeah, because what it says is blood, gore, intense violence, nudity, strong language, strong.
It was
sexual-
likely the nudity that got it.
Nudity gets every game if it's in it. Manhunt 2 was adult only. So with Catherine.
So what do you think, Parker and Ian? What are your
Oh.
opinions on the limit of just anything kind of
For
Yeah.
I'm
graphic?
real iffy because, like, me personally, I don't mind anything. It doesn't bother me. But I'm thinking, like,
I have no fears. Nothing bugs
if
me at all.
someone put the KKK into a game, I
which happens more than you think.
right,
Yeah.
and you play them and like you were depicted as the good guys, I would be like, I don't think I'm gonna play that game. And should it be allowed on the market? It's like,
I feel that's something that's just generally avoided because can trigger
Because
people.
I think that's
it
like,
should be allowed.
isn't that
I
like
just
hate
don't-
speech or
people aren't gonna buy it.
racist?
Well,
Yes. It's
them
don't have a
having
market.
them having it in the game doesn't mean that the game is hating on them. It generally is like just kind of like
yeah, but like,
if you're
like
that's
but that was just an example. I'm
it's
saying,
like putting hate. It's like putting Hitler in a game.
well, they do.
It
It's
doesn't
Wolfenstein.
mean
Yeah,
that.
does that
yeah,
make it
That's
a
an
Nazi
Wolfenstein.
game?
Yeah, it's not a Nazi.
You might be fighting Hitler.
Yeah, it's like I am okay with anything in a game if it is correctly rated, like Evan said. But I think that if they're going to do it, they have to be careful and know. So pretty much what Evan
Oh,
said.
for sure,
If they
yeah.
watch what they're doing.
I feel like they
Yeah.
should put like warnings and shit. Like, hey, we
Mhm.
don't actually think the way that this is going. It's shit
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
another smart thing.
I know Assassin's Creed puts out a message saying we had people with multiple beliefs on every single game
Oh, that's kind of cool.
working on this project.
That's
and
neat,
we don't
actually.
mean to like offend anybody if we
If we
did. Yeah, just
Yeah, if they had
That's really
some
cool,
sort
man.
of like, if they said that, then that's
every Assassin's Creed has that in their
Who
opening.
makes Assassin's
that's
Creed? Is
smart.
that Activision?
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft? Good for
Yeah.
them.
That's really smart for them to do that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it is a game about like history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
They're
it
all in
takes
the past.
place during like big event, but it doesn't. It's not saying that this caused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fictional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think it's bad that like kids play this? Because for me, when I have kids, I'm not letting them play an M-rated game like at 10. It's stupid. Like I'm not one of the people that are like, "Ooh, it's poisoning the minds of our youth." No, it's not poisoning the minds of our youth. It's
Okay,
just
that's
like,
what I was
see
thinking
not.
you were.
I could see it not letting your kids play sexual games with like sexual
Yeah.
content.
Up until a certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
limited
like
rated for
I
him.
think teenagers
kind of-
should be exposed.
I'm not gonna let my 8-year-old play a shooter.
I think I'll let your 8-year-old
But
play
like,
Mortal Kombat.
I feel that once you're probably around 13, like once you're a teenager, basically around then, I feel that gun games are completely fine.
I would let them play Overwatch or Splatoon at a young age,
Yeah,
but
Overwatch.
maybe not COD.
I feel like
I don't think 8-year-old.
I feel
yeah,
like
8.
most ratings are kind of like they should be marked down one.
Really?
So like
How do you go
teen
down
should
from
be
C?
for well,
It depends
That's-
on the game.
obviously E and C don't really
Yeah.
matter, but like teen I feel like should be E, M should be teen, adult should be adult. Leave that the way it is because
Yeah.
nothing's adult unless if it's really bad.
Yeah, AE right. So I think
I'm sure some of the adult games like would still traumatize some of us.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
I would
know.
imagine
I go on
some of them
4chan a
would be
lot. I
pretty
got a pretty strong stomach.
He's got an iron skull.
I got an iron skull, man.
Oh,
could
I
handle
literally cannot watch the wrecked threads. It like
that. I've
can't do
become
it.
so numb to them. It doesn't.
I see it. I'm like,
What's a wrecked thread? I
Basically,
want to
like,
hear
it's like
this.
people died.
it's people getting
real people
destroyed,
dying?
like real people getting completely
Yeah.
murdered.
Oh, I saw. Well, it wasn't a collection, but the other day at work, my buddy he brought up one of the videos while we were just kind of standing around. There was nothing to do because this other guy Jose speaks Spanish and English. He's like, "Hey, can you translate this video for me?"
Oh.
And the video was some like gang putting they jabbed into this guy and they like cut out his stomach and cooked it, but they were saying stuff in Spanish. He's like, "Can you translate this?" I feel like that's the kind of thing it would
Yeah,
be.
that's kind of what the thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or like a
one of
semi-truck.
It was
the-
kinda- I was laughing,
One
but
of,
that's
like-
because he showed it to me like in public.
Just like,
and I
hey,
thought
look
that
at
was
this
funny.
video.
He was so
Or-
casual about it too. He's
I-
like, "Can you translate this for me?"
Maybe
yeah,
that's
I
something to
watched-
do with the video games. But no.
I watched 2 videos, and one was much worse than the other one. There was a girl on a highway, like in the passenger seat, and she got out of it, and she
On the
like
highway?
she flashed.
Oh, I
And
know exactly the video you're talking
She
about.
got hit by a sign,
Yeah.
and her body just went
Yep.
and just flew out the
That was on
window.
the
Was it in
news,
slow mo?
That was on the news.
No, it was fucking
That was on the
terrifying.
news. I think she died.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
she just
Gee,
got
what a
shot.
shocker!
Yeah.
Oh my
What a
god!
shocker,
Like
dude.
watching that
Tyler looks
video was
petrified right now. Like,
traumatizing.
jeez.
It was bad.
Yeah, no, that's see, but that's the kind of thing. Like, I'm not gonna let my kid look at that. But if my kid's like, hey, I understand what's like, I'm talking like I'm an 18. Hey, I understand what's going on.
Well, no, I mean that's. I'm not saying that that's
Jeez,
in those
Ollie.
games. It's just like
That kind of thing. But it's
that kind of
just,
stuff
yeah.
can be pretty
Yeah.
intense,
You're not
even
gonna
if you're an adult.
Yeah, so I think
I also think every kid's different.
Yeah.
Some kids can deal with things better than others.
that's why it's important to connect with your
Every
kid
kid's
when
kind of
you have a kid,
situational.
is to figure out what kind of like mental level they are on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because some stuff's gonna psych out a kid more than others.
That's
It's
why for
situational.
gun games, I feel like you should at least be a teenager.
And you got to understand that, hey, these are
For
Like,
realistic
Like
gun
young
games,
teenagers, sure, go ahead at it.
A
If it's
tween?
like
I don't
if
care.
it's a solid like kid and they don't have issues.
solid.
Yeah, like what you said. If someone's got like, they're gonna get a non-flashback to when their dad got shot. Like,
Yeah,
then
you might not
maybe
want to
don't.
let them play it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe don't offer it up to them.
Or,
Yeah, if my kid's dad got shot in Nam, I wouldn't want to let him watch.
If your kid,
if your
Kid
kid's
Nam.
dad,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, wait a
that's
minute.
Why, no,
I had
that's
to
why I
think
thought
about
it was
that
kind
for
of
a
funny
second.
the way that Evan said that.
I didn't. I meant like, okay.
If my kid remembers his dad getting shot in Nam,
All right.
Okay, that's
I
stupid.
do. I'm gonna have to agree with Parker though. I do agree. Like,
yeah,
I don't really think anything's like off limit.
But
yeah,
it's like,
But like, I mean, there is a little bit of a line
yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can't
you
cross.
shouldn't cross it.
You shouldn't cross
And-
because
like,
then your game
yeah,
won't
they
sell.
do.
I don't want to.
Even
I don't want a
if-
game that's a rape simulator.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want
I don't
rape
want VR
simulator.
rape simulator either.
I mean, I'm
And
sure people do. People
who's
don't.
gonna buy it?
People are gonna buy
Oh,
it.
I'm sure some people.
A couple people, but you're not gonna make a profit off of
Yeah,
that.
you're not gonna-
50-years that have been single
You're
their
not
whole
gonna
life.
make
hope
as
you won't
much
make a
profit
profit off
as you would
that.
want to
You're not
if it
gonna
was
make
just
a
a
profit.
rape simulator.
Hopefully,
But you get my
Yeah,
point.
I hope
like,
so, Ellie.
I hope there's.
It's not. It's gonna sell to a few people, but
But like, I don't think they shouldn't. I think they should be allowed to make it. They can make what they want.
Well, yeah.
Don't think that's a good
No,
It's
idea.
just not
But here's the
smart.
thing: if you're doing things like the KKK and it's hate speech, that you should be punished for that. In the Constitution, you're not allowed to do that kind of stuff. Like specifically, if you go out and say, "Hey, KKK is good," it's not good. Like you should be punished.
Yeah,
for
but
that,
you're
right?
allowed. You're allowed to do that.
Are you? Then what aren't you allowed
Yeah.
to say?
There's active KKK members.
I'm
Yeah,
aware of
that's
that.
still a thing, bro.
I'm aware of that. And
They're not getting thrown in jail unless if they kill somebody.
What I'm saying, the point is that there's stuff that is like, if they say it, they should be punished because it's not certain
I don't think
I
they
things.
should be
don't know.
punished.
Freedom of speech.
I feel
Freedom
like
of
they
speech
should
can
be
only put you
punished.
so far.
I feel like they should be punished by having to put a higher rating on their game. That kind of is a punishment in a way, because
Well-
like you have like ratings. You don't get to choose what your rating is. You get forced on what your rating is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like
I-
if you want to make a game for kids, if you put sex in it, you're not going to get a game for kids.
Yeah, you
Nobody's
can't
gonna
just
allow their kid
slap the E on
play-
there because
yeah.
you feel like
okay,
it.
okay. Let me give you another situation.
like that is the punishment.
So the rape game, rape simulator. You say that's a-okay.
No.
I
mean,
think they should be allowed to do
Okay,
it.
okay. So you're saying it's they should be allowed to do it.
They should be allowed to make
now,
it. I
should
just
they
don't
be
think
allowed
they should.
to make the same game except with kids?
I feel
What?
if the game
I think
has
child
something
porn's
that's
illegal.
Then
illegal
there you
in
go.
real life,
That's
Then
that's
it
you
should
different.
can't make that
You
game.
can't make child
Yeah.
porn. Oh well, I guess rape's illegal. Yeah,
Rape is
so,
illegal.
Okay.
You can't make a
Yeah,
rape
maybe you
game.
shouldn't be able
Yeah.
to do that one.
That's what I'm
I-
saying. There's certain things that you should
Yeah,
not
actually,
make, and you're going to be
okay.
punished.
You got me
well,
there.
but then again, everything in GTA is illegal.
That's true.
So then,
Yeah.
what is
Well,
the
yeah.
point? Then what's the point if child rape is illegal and they aren't going to make
Yeah,
a game
then
because they'll
maybe
get in trouble? It's a double standard.
shit. I don't know now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They can make a rape game, but they can't make it about kids because it's illegal.
Hmm.
And they
I
shouldn't
feel
make a game
like
'cause
I
it's
feel
illegal.
like that's kind of the way society is. It's jacked up in ways, but people view doing drugs a lot better than rape, and then a lot better than child rape.
But
Jeez.
what I'm saying
Maybe-
is that that's the whole point, the crux of this conversation. Where do you draw the line?
Maybe they should be able to make the game, and they just shouldn't do it.
They shouldn't be
Like,
able
they
to
should be
make,
allowed to create it, but I don't think that they should make it.
but if they make a game about child rape,
Mhm.
they should get in trouble, right?
I think, like Tyler said, the punishment is getting a higher rating. You can't sell it to certain people.
Well, that's
Yeah,
no, but the thing
Maybe you
is,
couldn't even
it's
sell it in this
illegal
country.
it's illegal to rape a child. It's illegal to rape. Period. It's illegal to sell child porn. If you are selling
Okay,
a
it's
video game
illegal
about children,
to it's illegal to murder. Mario murders stuff all the time.
yeah, you're not murdering in real life though.
Well, technically, the games.
If you take a picture of a kid in that
Well,
kind of way,
that-
and then you have a video game,
that's
It's still not
illegal.
real.
But like, if they did a GTA and the
Yeah,
kid
like-
got raped, that technically wouldn't be illegal. But like,
GTA robs you. You go.
it robs you of your $50.
Yeah, you
or whatever.
rob. I mean, yeah, you shoot people.
I-
That's all illegal.
I really
feel
don't.
that-
They made VR GTA. I think that'd be fine.
VR.
I feel
child.
it's kind of a hard.
I
Sort
guess,
of,
yeah.
it's a hard sort of thing. I don't think technically that they can draw a line, but if I had to put a theoretical line for them to draw, I personally would have to say anything to do sexually that's like rape of any sort, no. And probably racism, like sort of some racism
like
things, like
direct.
If
well,
it's yeah.
like if they showed a tree of black people being hung,
yeah, that would be.
that's
That might be, yeah.
That's getting a little far.
exactly like
It's
I
not
I don't
feel-
encourage
you
it.
know?
certain
sure.
thing like having the KKK. Sure, it's not a good idea for them, but I don't think it's too far.
I think it's the KKK. I'm not gonna say like I support it, but I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying
don't
like
Right.
don't
it's
either.
okay to have the KKK in a game if like you're trying to do like a game that's taking
Historically
place, like
accurate.
Yeah, it sets
yes,
the,
if it's
Yeah.
trying to make the game historically accurate. However, not like
Shouldn't be showing
seeing all the
lynches.
things.
you don't
that the
have to be
KKK
graphic
did.
to point
Yeah.
out that
Right.
they're there.
But yeah, so
Just them being there makes it like, hey, you know this shit's going.
I think.
So what do you guys think?
for
Maybe
me,
you should
the
leave a
line-
comment somewhere.
I-
I
yeah,
don't know what
I-
you're
if
watching
it-
this on.
Honestly, just like get rid of all A-rated games or fix them to be M-rated. Because what's the point of A?
That is
Because
kind of stupid.
the whole point of an A game
Well,
is that it is
I mean, the
that
A
kind of
game,
stuff.
well, not necessarily. It's like if you have you played GTA, right, Parker?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, in GTA,
You're aware of what
in
it is.
GTA, you can pick up hookers
Yeah.
in cars,
Yeah.
and you have sex with them. You can't see anything. You just see the car, and you hear like moaning and shit.
I played Duke Nukem forever.
But basically,
Same thing.
if GTA if they would have made GTA an A-rated game, you would have just seen them having sex in the car.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, do we need
That's-
that in a game?
I feel like that's what a lot of the
I think it's just a heads up. Like if you are an adult, you know, it's. I don't think it makes much of a difference. But if you're an adult, like, hey, you might actually have a problem with this.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
play it in public.
no, don't play it in public. Yeah.
Don't play
Don't
it at
stream
like a
this
party.
game.
stream this game.
How about you, Ian? Like, obviously.
Demonetized.
Yeah, no, we've been
What?
demonetized years ago. No, it's just, it's a fine line that people don't know
hard-
where
it's
to
hard
cut
to-
it off.
Yeah, it's hard to determine where the line is. Like, I think you can do like a little bit of some things, but if you're going like way too extreme,
Right. Like, there's got to be a limit, but what the limit
there
is
is a limit. But I think like most things are okay.
But what the
Yeah,
limit is, it's
I feel
whatever.
I feel the limit for graphic stuff is pretty high up there.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like gore,
Violence, yes.
graphic wise,
If
but,
you've
like-
got a question,
it's gotta be pretty high up there
Yeah.
for graphics.
Yeah.
But some things I feel are a tad bit too far.
What were you saying, Ian?
But
What question, Ian?
if you've got a like question like, hey, is this okay to put in a game? It's probably not.
yeah,
That's pretty true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you're questioning
Is,
it
is
for
this
your
sociably
rating,
probably Probably not.
Let's just not put it in.
Probably
Yeah.
shouldn't.
that's also another question that you could ask. Hey, I'm making an E-rated game. Is this okay for an E-rated game? Probably not.
would you
Yeah.
let a child play it?
Exactly.
Would your
So-
demographic lets you play it, right?
yeah.
That too, demographic.
We're coming up on the
So-
hour and a half mark. I'm gonna cut us
Oh
off
yeah,
there.
so why don't you hit us with our
I'm gonna
next
hit you
We had
with
a
the
pretty
last
the
intense
segment-
last
conversation.
topic?
no. We're done
Wrap
with the
us
topic.
up.
We got While we're doing this next segment, feel
The
free to
Steam
leave a
game's the
question in the chat below or the side or wherever you are. And leave us a question, and we'll get to that after this little Steam game segment. We got new.
Can I add something?
What's up?
And if you want to say your opinion on where to draw the line, if there is a line, on,
so
Pull out your marker.
or and
Do a
such,
little
yeah. Comment it on whatever platform you're watching or listening to this
Or
on.
you- honestly, if you to get the
Down
best
below,
results,
to the
put
right.
it on YouTube. Like comment on YouTube because those
They
comments.
can
Yeah,
comment
those
it here
stick.
too.
Yeah, no, they can, but I look
When he
at the
says
comments.
here, he means Switch.
Yeah, but
or
I mean,
Twitch.
I look at the
Not
YouTube
Put
comments.
it on the Switch.
Put it on the Switch.
Put it on the pizza. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready? Steam
All
games.
right. Now let's
Steam
get
games
there.
is
Steam
the segment. I give these guys 3 games. 2 of them are real on Steam that have been released pretty recently. 1 of them I made up. Their job is to figure out which game is the fake one that I made up. I'm going to give a brief
We
summary
get to
of each one.
lose.
Huh? You get to lose, yeah. Okay, ready?
And then we get to lose because we
Ready?
all guessed
Hey.
terribly.
Well,
I am 2-0 so far.
here we go. You
Then I
guys
get
ready?
to lose. All right, I'm
The
ready.
first
I'm
game,
pretty sure I've gotten everyone wrong.
Mad Crown, a first-person shooter in retro style with over 100 guns. Second game, Last Digit, a mystery-adventure game based around a mass murder. Third game, Way of Legs, tower defense 2D runner game with easy-to-learn mechanics.
I'm gonna go with the first one. The title had nothing to do with the game.
I want to say the first one too because it just says over 100 weapons. Like I don't. It just sounded really.
I don't
bland
know,
to me.
man. That actually sounds.
Borderlands has like over 100.
It just sounded
I-
unprofessional.
I feel like that's something that
Again, I
actually.
gotta emphasize, these are just, I look at the trailer and I give you a brief summary of what I see.
Oh, you're paraphrasing.
I am paraphrasing. I'm
I
not
thought
going
these were
on.
like the
That's what happened
descriptions
last
on
week
Steam.
when we did the game where it changed for Tyler because Duel
Yeah.
of the Aether I made up. But
I honestly believe that the first one is real because I've seen a lot of apps on like iOS that are a lot like that, and it's just really stupid games that you just have guns on. What were the second two?
Last Digit, a mystery adventure game based around a mass murder, and Way of Legs, a tower defense 2D runner game with easy to learn controls.
What does 2D runner mean?
I kind of think it's the third one. Yeah.
How about you, Ian?
Oh, I think the first one because I feel like you wanted to put a little bit of you in the title, the crown.
Shut up.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's up?
You did do that. The
I mean, you are
crown.
the king.
I am the king.
That's a good catch, Ian.
Or it could have just picked that because it had the crown.
That's true. All right, why don't you hit us with
Well,
that host master Parker?
let's get all your official lock-ins, Tyler.
Mine's number 3. Number 3, my
Ian's
lord.
number one.
Number 3.
And the answer is number 2. Last Digit was made up.
I actually
was
yeah.
made up. Way of
I
Legs.
was kind of thinking between those two.
Way of Legs.
Like,
That would be a,
Let
that'd
me
be a
let me
cool
tell you
game.
something,
Let him
guys.
tell
Let me
us.
tell you, Way of Legs looks like ass. It looks like someone went into Microsoft Paint
that's kind of why I
and
thought it.
and look it up on Steam right now. It looks so bad. And
It
then
sounded pretty bad.
and
Like
Mad
that's why I
Crown?
kind of didn't
What
think
is it?
was real.
Way of Legs.
Way of Legs.
Yes,
I'm gonna be lazy and I'll just check it when we're done.
it looks so bad.
I'll trust you on that.
It looks like someone.
Like
Is that Russian?
I don't know. And then Mad
So-
Crown was just like the most recent game that came out on Steam.
What was the second one?
Oh,
Why don't
Last
you tell us
Digit,
the
a
fake
mystery
one?
adventure game based around a mass murder.
Huh. That sounds real. Like I don't know. I would
Yeah,
have
That's
that
my
one
goal,
sounded
man.
real.
That's my
That one
goal.
sounded
Had
a
the most
lot more
professional,
real.
job.
Like,
description. Tricked us.
Well,
oh
you're
my
helping me.
god! Wait a minute. This video. What?
That's what I'm saying, dude. You got like the Terminator.
This is
in
so
there.
bad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Dude, this has like PS2 graphics,
Or
if not
worse.
worse.
Right?
I mean,
So-
if it's just one person making this game, it looks pretty.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good for like a
a 2-year-old.
bad maker, like somebody
An indie
who.
game,
If
Yeah.
this is your first game,
like
I'm
a
gonna
one
give it a
man
little bit of
indie
credit.
game.
One man
team.
indie game, yeah. Yeah, so that
Tower
was...
defense plus run. Wait,
Where's the
Easy
runner?
control.
We're all just shitting on the third game.
wait. Is it? Do you like runner? Does that mean like platform?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
I
Yeah,
don't see
I
how
was-
it's a tower defense, but you know.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just write the descriptions, man. Come on. It says it.
God, this.
Actually, I should keep track of who actually has done it correctly. Evan.
Oh, we're keeping score now?
Yeah.
I have gotten 0
I'm
of
2
them.
and
Oh,
1.
Tyler got it last week, didn't he?
No,
Yes.
I'm
Evan.
2 and 1.
Evan has 0.
No, I got one last
Okay,
week
so
too.
you got
Remember we all
one.
switched
You got one.
Ian's
So
answer?
everyone has 1 right now, or just
No,
I have
Ian
2.
has
Ian has
2.
2.
Ian has 2, and then Tyler and I have 1.
Okay.
God, I wish I would have just went with my first thing.
Did you think the
Two.
second one was wrong?
Yeah, I thought the second one was wrong to begin with, but after hearing the description of the third one, it just really didn't sound like a game.
Because if you look at it, it doesn't look like a game. It looks like someone took some pictures of like some.
Yeah.
Ugh,
MS Paint.
it's so bad, honestly. Whoever made that
So,
game, good try.
I can kind of see why it's a tower defense
Yeah.
runner.
I can see the
Now
tower
that I'm
defense.
watching the trailer,
I can see the tower defense. I can't see the run.
because he's putting defenses on his feet, and the feet are just running.
Oh,
forward.
he's the
Okay.
feet?
Oh my god.
I thought it was the soldiers. Okay, well then that kind of makes more sense.
Oh.
And wait, why wouldn't it be running to the right? It's running to the left.
That's why I thought that
And
you
why-
were the soldier.
Why wouldn't it be called War of Legs?
Who knows?
Anyway, so yeah, that's.
You have any questions yet?
Any questions, Ian, in the chat? I'm about.
No.
No, okay. That's fair.
We'll
No.
come up with our own questions.
Okay, am I gonna pull out the box?
Favorite food?
Wait,
Oh, no, you're
this
gonna use
way
the
of
thing.
legs video is 6 minutes long.
Jeez.
All right, Q&A with
Just
Parker.
showing
Let's
you
hear it.
all whole gameplay.
That is with that deck.
The deck of cards.
Got a deck of questions. Show us the shuffle. You got to do it on camera.
The shuffle.
Yeah, just give us a quick shuffle and then pick it on camera. You're shuffling the air.
Hot.
It's hard, man.
I meant just show the deck to the camera and
Boom.
then
Okay.
yeah.
Bag of
Okay.
awkward questions.
Sorry.
Okay, you are cursed by a witch, and you are turned into
Is
one.
it a sexy witch?
No. You were turned into
Aw.
one of these
Ugly.
foods.
It's old hag
You were
witch.
turned into one of these foods. Which one do you choose? Cabbage, celery, avocado, or asparagus? This is for the
Avocado.
rest of your life.
Wait, can I get the?
Doesn't matter. I'm
Oh
gonna
wait,
be a
no,
vegetable.
no. You
I
have
pick,
to only
avocado.
eat these for the rest of your life.
Ugh.
Oh wait, repeat
Wait.
them. Repeat them.
You are cursed by a strange witch and can
Cabbage.
only eat one food for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Cabbage, celery, avocado, asparagus.
Asparagus. That to me, that tastes the best of the four of those.
I'm between avocado and asparagus.
I don't want to eat only one of anything for the rest of my life because then I'm not going to live very long. But I'm going to take the asparagus.
I'm gonna have to go with asparagus too.
See, I wouldn't want to choose avocado because avocado doesn't have any flavor, but
Yeah.
avocado's the only one I like out of them.
Well, I hate celery.
No. This is just a question. If I picked cabbage, would I be allowed to cook the cabbage in a broth?
I would assume
I
so.
don't know.
Can we mix it?
You're-
Can I make?
You're
a-
using other things then. I think you have to eat all of them raw.
Can I make
think
coleslaw with cabbage?
if you could cook it, I'm gonna say that it has to be.
So
the
it
main
has to be
ingredient.
a main
It
portion
has to be the main
of
ingredient.
something.
Yes.
Like,
all right.
A majority of it.
I'm still
I
going with
would
asparagus.
So the majority of my peanut butter celery is
if 90% of the food is it, then I could say
I'm
I'd
gonna say
probably
more
go
than
with it.
90%.
I would say cabbage, honestly. You can make some pretty good stuff with cabbage.
The
I
salad.
think I'm gonna stick with my
Raw is not an option for cabbage, but if you cook cabbage, you can make some pretty good shit.
Yeah.
I want to go with avocado because I've heard
Just
that
guacamole.
everybody in California has to have an avocado a day. So
That's fair.
Are you serious?
That'd be fair.
No.
Yo, Ian, I
Okay.
think there's some questions in
Alright.
chat.
Are there?
there are.
Oh,
Where did I
What's
get
up?
this
Oh,
baller
I'm
hat?
excited.
I got this hat at Dave and Buster's with my boy Tyler.
Ooh, yeah,
For
dude.
those of you who don't know, Dave and Buster's is an arcade. It's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, but for
For dudes.
adults.
for
Yeah,
real, man.
It's quite fun. It's
For
quite
real,
fun.
man.
Hey, Evan,
Yeah.
another.
That's why it
This
costs
one's
them.
for you.
Ooh.
What's your favorite pasta and why?
Oh, let me tell you. Ooh. Okay, so I like mastacholi because I like I don't like not that I hate twirling noodles, but I like not having to do that. And it's very they like you don't have to. Okay, so when you stab into mastacholi, you can pick it up and you can pick up everything on top of it. When you twirl your noodles, it like moves meat sauce around or meatballs, and like things go into the spot you got it from. Whereas the mastacholi, it's kind of stable, and I like that.
Nice.
Isn't mastacholi the logs?
Well, yes.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah,
you
they're
can get
like
the sauce
logs with
inside of
holes
it.
in them.
Yeah,
What?
you can get the sauce inside of
Yeah,
it.
it just seems more stable to me, and I like
That's
that.
fair, yeah. Yeah.
That was a good question. I like that
That's
question.
a good one.
Okay, Tyler. How do
Yeah.
you keep your beard so godlike?
Who's asking these?
Yeah.
Is Don asking me?
No, Tyler.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, see, I actually put oils each day.
what do you
And
put
my
in?
natural essence.
What
Is it
product do you
Natural
use?
secretions.
I don't even know what the.
Tell them our sponsored product.
Sponsor.
Okay. Sponsored product.
It's gonna pull out super glue.
Yankees candles.
That's what you use on your beard?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
All right.
I actually let the aromas go into it.
gotcha. You
All right.
absorb the aroma.
Ian.
Parker.
Yeah.
Why are
Yeah.
you so good?
Just
It was a very general question.
well, the reason I'm so good is because I spent most of my life being amazing, and I've kind of
Oh
adapted to the point where I just live, and people are fascinated with how I exist. So
Stop winking. I saw him wink like
I
3
gotta let them
times.
know that. I'm not. No, I live, and I'm perfect. That's how it works.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, I'd say
Thank you for whoever
Yeah,
asked that
I
question.
should have asked that question. This week's sponsors Blue Emu.
That's the narcissist master. Why he's so great.
All right. Parker, another question.
Ooh,
for
lucky
you.
me. Was the haps?
What's that thing in the background with the pot hat?
that? It's a
Is that
banana.
Mr. Hank? Oh,
A banana.
Yeah. Oh, you guys
Evan?
gonna check out these sweet pajama pants?
Evan,
do you have a question for
who's
me?
your favorite Pokemon?
Oh,
Gengar?
so we got a Jamaican
Gengar?
banana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually,
Jamaican me bananas.
I'm gonna change that answer to Mega Gengar.
What was the
Mega
question?
Gengar.
Oh, they were like, who's your favorite Pokemon?
The chat was.
Why don't we all answer
Evan's
that?
favorite
'Cause I
Favorite
know we all-
Pokemon? Muck. No, it could be
Yeah.
Tops.
Mine's Ampharos. Oops, sorry. Mega Ampharos.
There we go.
Oh, Mega Kabutops.
Dragon
Knight.
Dragon.
Knight. Dragonite.
I like dragons.
Dragon.
My dragon. Dragon is
If
my
they're a
favorite
dragon
Pokemon.
type Pokemon, I instant.
Dunsparce.
Okay, so any other
You
questions?
mean a god Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay.
Ian, why do you like your room so dark?
Yeah, that's something we've been asking.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
glad
like the
the
lights
chat
on.
bought that question too.
I don't like
Cool.
the lights on.
Keep going.
Yeah, I want a more logical explanation.
I've gotten used
He
to it
thrives
so that
off
the
of the
lights are off, and when the lights are on, it just bothers me.
Like it's hard to
See
see.
if I can get this light.
Or you
back
just-
It's
on.
not hard to see.
Uncomfortable?
I just don't like the lights on.
What do you do during the day when it's bright? Like, how is that
I
different?
open my blinds.
That's too dark now.
Are we turning our lights off?
No,
Is
I'm
that
not
what we're
turning the
doing?
lights on.
You guys won't be able to see me.
Yeah. I get it back on.
Well, you have your Zelda light. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna help him at all. Very sensual.
I've
If I
just
turn the light off, I won't
I've
be able to
gotten
get back.
so
to my
used
chair.
to like me not turning my light on that I don't like it on anymore.
Okay, well that's
That's
fair.
interesting.
It's just funny.
Evan leaves it on because it's too far to reach.
Okay,
Anything
Yeah,
else?
no
Ian?
we're gonna
Oh,
go
what's
rapid
all the way over there?
fire
I'm not
real
Oh, rapid
quick,
fire. Here we go.
so we
rapid
can
fire.
get down to an actual question that somebody posted.
Okay,
Oh,
rapid
cool.
fire.
Tyler, where do you live?
I live in Livonia, Michigan.
Okay,
I
Ian,
didn't
what's
think you were
up?
actually
The
gonna tell
ceiling.
him. You didn't give him a fake answer.
No, that's a
Oh,
perfect
dude.
answer. Yeah.
I'm
I
actually
don't
from
care if they
the
want to come
African.
to me.
No. We're
I'm from
rapid
the
fire.
African
Not Ian,
country
it's not
slash
Ian. Go,
war.
go.
Ian, what's up?
sorry.
The ceiling. Okay, real question.
Perfect.
Evan, what is on the border on your wall?
On the top.
Yes.
That's actually That's actually wallpaper. There's a bunch of baseball players. That was here when I moved. I actually have wanted to take it down, and we haven't done it. And I just don't.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
I
Yeah,
noticed
nobody
it,
does.
and I think I asked about it, but
I
It's
just don't
just
think I
kinda
care.
It just doesn't fit with my room, and I hate it. But like, I don't care.
Let's get one or two more.
I'm
Okay,
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
not the end of the world.
Why don't you ever turn your light
Swing.
off?
Okay, the reason I'll turn the light is because for me, like if I have the light off, it's dark, and I get tired. The thing with me, as long as the lights are on, I'm not tired. The second that light goes off, the only light that's emitting is from my table lamp and the computer. My computer gives like no light, and the lamp is facing away from me, so I'm getting all this dark on. It just makes me real tired, and then I suck at video games.
that's like me playing Pokemon. When I start playing it, I get tired and fall asleep.
I just can't see anything when it's dark. I can see a screen, but like
That's
if I
about it.
try and walk anywhere, I'll be blind.
Okay, keep going.
And
Yeah,
I'll
one
kick
more.
things. Yeah, any more?
No questions right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just in
You
time
wanna-
for me to end the show.
The outro.
No, not yet. I'm not done.
Okay.
Oh,
Parker, what's your favorite meme?
My favorite meme. Ooh.
gotta be Dad Boy, right?
That boy is definitely a contender.
What about Ugandan Knuckles?
The way. That's a good one, but
That's
it's
good
good.
one.
No,
We-
stay
Oh,
away.
That one is so
Today at
harsh.
work, my coworker was just going. We have to.
You have to have Ebola to know the
We have
way.
to show our brother the way all day. This is 6 straight hours of him going. We have to show our
That
brothers
would be
the way.
great.
I would hate
Is that like that one time we kept going like,
Well-
dude, you made
Oh,
this whole time for like 6 hours, and there was like 4 of us doing it,
No,
Yeah,
it's
but-
probably Dat Boy.
and John was like twice as loud as everyone.
6 straight hours of Ugandan Knuckles
The
memes.
way.
It was
Do
pretty
you know
fun.
the way?
That's pretty great. I like that.
Spit down the fake queen.
Do you got a favorite yet, Parker?
Probably Dat Boy. Honestly, that's a good one.
Dad Boy.
Dat Boy.
That's what I figured.
You know, Parker, I'll honor you for that boy because that was like one of the most underused.
It's
memes.
so underused.
It lasted a week.
I didn't want it
Yeah,
to
it
die.
was less.
so
it was
good.
like 3 days.
Parker really liked it.
I
though.
love it. I still love it, honestly. It used to be my wallpaper on my iPod. I think it still is, actually.
I think
just
it
never
still
changed
is.
It's
The
Dat
next
Boy.
question is actually a general
Oh.
question. I'm assuming to all of us.
Lay it
All
on
right.
us.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Oh,
I'm gonna,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
be
do
the
personal
lone,
love
preference. I think it's a better one.
I'm gonna be the lone person here.
I'm a dog person, but I don't
Oh,
think
I'm not
cats
alone.
are like insuperior. Like they're fine.
All of our
Like
friend
cats.
group likes cats, and
You guys actually like all
like
cats?
dogs.
They're all cat people.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Depends.
No,
I like
I-
dogs.
I have cats. I like them pretty evenly, but if I had to pick a better one, I personally would have to go with cat, just because cats are fluffy and they can be nice if you have a good cat, but you can be lazy with all cats. Whereas dogs, I can't hear Ian. I don't
What?
know.
He's
I
not
couldn't
saying
hear you
anything.
for a
He
second.
wasn't
Oh,
talking.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could be lazy with cats. And most dogs, you really can't be. You have to let them out. You have to pick up their shit,
Yeah, pick
literally.
up the cat poop.
Yeah,
You
you
have
have.
to. I never pick up dogs.
I have never picked up dog poop in my life.
Really?
It's not because I got a small
That's
So
dog.
is your
different
backyard
experiences.
just completely?
Dude, what do you
filled?
do?
I got a small dog,
Uh,
so it just goes away.
Yeah.
Even then, still
Dogs
pick
just
it
yeah,
up.
disappear.
a lot of dogs
Darcy
are supposed
poops.
to let them walk.
Darcy, well, yeah, she either poops on walks or she
Yeah, but then
poops
you don't
behind
just
the
leave
garage where
it.
we
That's
pick it up.
uncool, bro.
Oh no, we picked that up. Just she
Well,
doesn't poop in the
that's
backyard.
picking a poop.
No, I'm saying if I let him out back to go poop, I don't pick it up.
Okay,
It's just-
well that's different though.
He's like this big. How big is a turd gonna be? Like that big?
I don't know.
Just
So
Why
is
are
it
we
like
talking
2 and
about
2?
the size of their shit?
Are we talking about? Yeah.
Why are we talking about dog poop? No, I'm a dog person.
Oh,
Really?
3-1 then.
Yeah.
Thought you were a
I'm
cat
a-
person.
I just
Okay.
I really do like them evenly though.
yeah, like I love
I
my
just
I love
prefer
my
cats.
cat because he's a
I'm lazy.
dog.
Shit.
My cat is a dog.
I used to have a
Cat
cat
is a
that was a
dog.
dog.
Yes.
Apparently, he would like go outside and like poop and everything. My parents,
Wait, you had a
Like the-
cat?
when I was 2,
I didn't even know that. Wow, I'm learning stuff. I didn't know that Ian had a cat at any point in his
When I
life.
was 2.
I mean, that's
never
still a
had-
cat. You had
I've been
one.
around cats, but like my dad.
My cat was apparently a dog.
Cats.
I feel like a lot of cats are like that. Like people, I don't know. Dogs are pretty like generic, and so something's a dog if it's not
Sometimes.
directly stereotype of what it is.
Good question.
Anyways,
Right.
I'm gonna.
I like that
one
question.
more?
Wait.
One more?
I think just one.
Okay, one more.
Oh, there's two.
Two
Don't
questions.
forget
Okay, I'm cutting it off at 2, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay, these are the last two questions.
you have
Okay,
any
I'll
more-
ask the question.
If you have any more
I'll ask
questions,
the
come
question
next
then.
week at Friday at 10 o'clock Central.
We
Eastern time?
stream every
Yes,
Friday at
Eastern.
10.
Well, people live in different locations.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ian.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say the one that Ian doesn't.
Lay it.
Do you
So-
know Dewey?
Shut up. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't gonna count that as.
I know.
But okay.
That answers
So-
that question.
What is your favorite Vine?
Ooh,
See,
God,
I
it's
can't
been
answer
so
that.
long.
I'm
I
telling
don't.
you,
I've never had a Vine
favorite
account,
Vine
and
is the
really only seen
black dude who's going like that on the jog.
Oh, I know which one you're
Absolutely.
talking about.
That
That's
is my
Marlon Webb.
favorite. I love Marlon. He's good. Because it's like,
Ian-
it's cool.
What?
Was sitting on the toilet a Vine?
No. It was a YouTube video.
I don't think it was.
That was a YouTube video.
that was just
It was
yeah.
just a big flat black lady.
Toilet?
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
I-
Sitting on the toilet.
Toilet!
Sitting on the toilet.
God, it's been so long. The
Yeah.
only one that I can really
Been
remember
a full 2 years.
is quite a long time. For memes,
Yeah, me.
That's fair. Yeah.
probably the potato flew around the room. I
Really?
thought that was pretty
Are
funny.
you serious?
That's the only one that I can really remember. Like,
You got all the ones with
I feel
watermelon.
that memorable ones take advantage sometimes when long times have passed.
True.
Because I can't think of any currently. It's been a while. I did like quite a few of them.
Ian, do you got one?
Oh,
Oh.
Water Malone. Water Malone. I like that
Yeah,
one.
that was a good
That was a Water Malone.
Got watermelons to give me
Uh,
Glenn.
She showers with Pantene.
I like those series of Vines. But I like the one where it was just like, hey Dad, I found the good Kush or in the dollar store. How good can it be?
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Vine was great. I'm really surprised that died.
yeah.
Honestly, I'm quite surprised that died.
Oh.
There were so many good memes from that.
Ian, was there a second one or was that it?
That was it.
That was
The
it.
second one
Dewey,
was Ugandan
Dewey.
Milkweed.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
do you know Dewey?
Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Leave a follow if you haven't already. Tell your friends about us if you think they'd
Yeah,
like it. And
seriously.
if you don't think that
Because
they'd
we're
like it,
great.
if you don't think they'd like it, show it anyways. Because, I mean,
Yeah, because I mean they will like
they
it.
will like
'cause
us.
we're
'cause that's how it works. And if you
We're
didn't
great.
like
I
it,
mean,
tell
we've
your
got
friends.
Parker here.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
have so much
God,
content.
me. That's already all
You'll
you
get
need.
triggered by one thing always and
And-
love one thing
right.
always. So there you go.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all at the King Pasta Ducks and stuff. Not just King
Twitter.
Pasta Ducks and stuff. Twitter,
Is King Pasta Ducks N.
yeah. N, not and.
And
N.
with an
Because I
apostrophe.
couldn't get the stuff.
Yeah, that's all.
There was not enough room.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's at King Pasta Ducks N.
We should write this shit down because I know there's more that we have.
There is links in the bottom.
Links in the description. Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you next
Thank
week.
you.
Quack quack.
Quack, quack.
See you guys.